Seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by, videotape, and roll tape.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.
From Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a critical ball game in the Eastern Division of the National Football Conference. The New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. NFL Monday Night Football is brought to you by Ford Motor Company. Ford's better idea, we listen better. And by Marlboro Filter Cigarettes. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country.
A bitter cold night in Franklin Field, Philadelphia. The standings in the NFC Eastern Division speak for themselves. The now redoubtable Cardinals, who have not had a touchdown scored against them in 4 games, leading the streaking New York Giants by 1 full game. The Giants, with a victory against the Eagles tonight, could reduce the edge to a half a game, and suddenly, from nowhere have come the Giants. They have won 6 in a row, but the Eagles, suddenly grown confident. They have tied the Falcons in their last game, missed a victory in a last-second field goal failure, and they defeated Miami before that. And so we should have a great game tonight because they've always played the Giants tough. For further talk, my colleague in a brand-new winter coat for the occasion, Keith Jackson.
Boy, it's a cold night, and it may have something to do with the outcome of the ball game. I think this is a case of a football team, Philadelphia, with nothing to lose and everything to gain. A young ball club that's been coming. They are young at critical positions, the linebacking positions in particular. The New York Giants, on the other hand, have a new kind of a pressure. The pressure to keep on winning in pursuit of St. Louis, which is a fine football team. So I think the ball game probably is going to hinge early in the game as to whether or not the Giants can move it, and then Philadelphia, whether or not they can stop it.
Thank you, Keith. The analysis of the quarterbacks, as always, from the gifted quarterback of yesteryear, Don Meredith.
Howard, I think that Norman Snead, the Philadelphia quarterback, I saw him in Washington, and he came in as a rookie with the Washington. I thought he was the best rookie quarterback that I'd ever seen. He's been to Philadelphia now for several years. He's not attained the height that I'm sure he had anticipated. Philadelphia has not attained that height either. He is a very fine long ball thrower. He has been inconsistent. He's thrown a lot of interceptions. This has been one of the big problems with the Eagle offense this year. Their defense is ready. You go to Fran Tarkenton on the other side, and Fran is more confident right now than I've ever seen him. And I've known Fran for 15 years. Fran says they're leading the offense, a lot of it up to me, and he likes this. He's calling his plays. Ron Johnson's been a big help to him, and he thinks this is a big help. Tim, you go to the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you've got a great linebacker core that's going to give Tarkenton a lot of trouble, and he is aware of this, and he feels like he can do a good job tonight. So it'll be up to the quarterbacks, I think, to see how this game goes.
And, of course, you're looking at Tim Rosovich, one of the mod squad of the Eagles, converted out of Southern California from defensive end to middle linebacker, which Don was about to mention. And you must watch him closely tonight. We'll brief you on him as the game develops. And finally, Don also mentioned Ron Johnson, number 30 of the Giants. Probably the signal figure in the transformation of this team, which was expected to do nothing, but has become a contender. Accordingly, I spoke to Ron moments ago. Ron, I wonder if you'd tell us the difference as you see it between playing for Cleveland a year ago and the Giants this year.
Well, in Cleveland, you had a team which was expected to win every week, and I don't think that they were as high as we are here in New York. Here in New York, most of our games we've been underdogs, and I think we have a lot more spirit and a lot more hustle, and I think I enjoy this type of environment much better than the Browns.
Well, you can't feel that every game is life and death any longer, as you once said here in New York. You've won 6 in a row.
Well, yes, we have, Howard, but I think now teams are looking for the prestige of knocking off the New York Giants. And even playing a team like Philadelphia, I think we're going to have a rough time tonight.
Almost incredibly, you have the chance, unprecedentedly in the history of the league, to lead in both pass receptions and in rushing yardage. Now, with this kind of overnight success, what principal factor in your mind accounts for it?
Well, I think the main thing is getting a chance to play and being used in a type of situation where I'm used to being used at. In college and in high school, I was more or less the principal offensive threat, and I think this is the type of situation where I am at my best.
Final question, what has Tarkenton meant to your success?
Well, I think Tarkenton has done a great job. During exhibition season when I wasn't starting, he gave me a lot of confidence and told me to keep hustling, and I would be starting by the time the season did start. And so far, he's been using me quite a bit, which I like, and he's done a heck of a good job calling plays and the physical things as far as running and passing.
You people believe you can go to the Super Bowl, yes or no?
Yes, I do, Howard. Very definitely.
Good luck to you. Continued success.
Thank you, Howard.
We'll be back in just one moment.
Marlboro Country, a good smoke at the end of a working day.
You've been moving hard since sunup through a long and dusty day. The cattle stop their moving round, things begin to settle down. Seems like town's 1,000,000 miles away. 40 miles of riding to the end of a working day. You settle back as shadows run to catch that big red setting sun. The evening of a Marlboro Country day.
Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country.
A crisp night. Crisp is a light word. A cold night in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And on the eve, the moments before, the football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, the Boyerton High School Marching Band, and our national anthem. The 10th game of the season for these two football teams. The New York Giants, 6-3 on the year. If they can win tonight, will pull within a half game of the St. Louis Cardinals, who tied Kansas City yesterday 6-6. The Philadelphia Eagles with a record of 1-7-1. But Alex Webster has made the point consistently through the week as he tried to prepare his ball club for this game, that this may be the best football team in pro football this year, which has won only one ball game. And of course, if you reflect back to the first meeting between the two ball clubs, you remember the Giants won it 30-23. Fran Tarkenton warming up on the sidelines, and it's a night to keep warm. The chill factor is down around 20 degrees because of the wind that goes with 32-degree temperature. This telecast, presented by authority of the Philadelphia Eagles Football Club, intended for the private use of our audience, rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the express written consent of the Philadelphia Eagles Football Club and the National Football League is prohibited. Pete Gogolak of the New York Giants, the Giants in white tonight, teeing it up. Obviously, they will kick off. to the Philadelphia Eagles. And the deep men for the Eagles will be Billy Wallach, number 9, and Al Nelson, number 26. The referee in tonight's ball game is Jack Best. The umpire is Frank Sinkovitz. The head linesman, Leo Miles. The line judge, Bruce Alford. The back judge, Bob Frederick. And the field judge, Tony Scober. They will play this one on artificial turf. And here's the kickoff by the Giants. It goes to Wallach at the 4-yard line. And Billy Wallach comes back to the 27-yard line where he is dropped hard, and it's first down. Philadelphia hit by Joe Green. The Philadelphia Eagles offense will have at quarterback number 16, Norman Snead. Lee Bogus and Cyril Pender will be the setbacks. Bogus 46, Pender 22. The wide receivers, 85, Gary Ballman, 29, Harold Jackson. The tight end, 89, Steve Zabel. The center is Mike Evans. The Eagles in green. Snead gives to Bogus. And Bogus is across the 30 to the 32-yard line for about 4, maybe 5 yards. Bob Lertzema made the tackle for the New York Giants. Checking along the defensive front for the Giants, Lertzema number 71, 75 is Jerry Shea, 73 is Jim Kinnicky, 89 is Fred Dreyer. Along the front wall for the Eagles offensively, the tackles are 72 Wade Key, 76 Joe Carollo, the guards are 71 Dick Hart, and the right side, number 70, Jim Skaggs. Second down and 5 for the Eagles, and Norm Snead to throw. He dumps on a screen pass intended for Cyril Pender. It hit instead Dick Hart, a guard on the shoulder, and fell away incomplete. In the defensive secondary for the New York Giants, the cornerbacks, number 26 Ken Parker and number 41 Willie Williams. The safeties, number 44 Tom Longo and Spider Lockhart, number 43. Scott Eaton, number 20. Is making a start despite a very sore leg. He said before the game it was sore, but he felt like he could move all right. The linebackers are 55 Peck, 58 Files, and 64 Hazeltine. Third down and 5 for Philadelphia from their own 32. Cyril Pender in a big hole on the right side. He's got a first down. He is at the Philadelphia 46-yard line. He is brought down by Spider Lockhart, number 43.
It's an excellent block by Mike Evans, number 59, the center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Then on Jim Files, number 58 for the Giants, which opened up that hole in the middle. A draw play. Got him a first down.
So Philadelphia moves for a first down in their first defensive series. Have it first down at their own 46-yard line. The Eagles in green, the Giants in white. A big ball game for the Giants. Here's Pender again on the right side. He is cut down by Scott Eaton back on the 45-yard line. A driving tackle by the Oregon Stater. Well, if he's got a sore leg, he didn't show it on that particular play.
If he didn't have one, he might have one after that play. You know, he hit him pretty hard. Scott Eaton, in the opinion of Fran Tarkenton, is really one of the finest athletes they've got on the team, and he thinks he'll make a big difference to their secondary now that he's back in there. The basketball player, I think, in college.
He was. Some call Scott Eaton slow, but nobody moves faster backwards, which is what a cornerback often has to do, as you know, Don.
They give Pender's progress to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 from the 46, and Norm Snead to throw. The pressure by Dyer, and Snead unloads. It is incomplete again. It was intended for Pender, number 22. So it's going to be third down and 10 for Philadelphia from their 46-yard line.
Interesting to note the development of Dreyer, Don, now one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League. Still has things to learn, but the help he's gotten from number 64, the veteran Matt Hazeltine, out of retirement is almost incredible. Hazeltine has been a bonanza to both the development of Dreyer and number 58, Files, the middle linebacker.
Norm Snead 0 for 2 in his passing, came into the ball game a fraction under 50% for the year. Third down and 10 from the 46. He'll throw again. His pass is away. He has a man, Gary Bowman, who started at a wide receiver position. He is hit by Willie Williams, but it's a first down Philadelphia at the New York 35.
You see Gary Baldwin come out He comes on, he's running a sideline pattern. Gary Baldwin's number 85. Sneed does a slight roll to this side, which puts more pressure on this defense. They don't know whether he's going deep or not. The ball was thrown on good timing. And Willie Williams, number 41, is the man that you see that comes in there. He made a good tackle. It's a great catch by Baldwin.
A gain of 18 yards on the play. First down, Philadelphia, New York. Just outside the Giant 35. Larry Watkins in the ball game. Number 34, setback, replacing Pinder. That's Bogus. And Bogus is down to the 30-yard line before number 71, Lertzema, and number 43, Lockhart, bring him down.
Keith, as the fans probably know by now because of past games, Lee Bogus, number 46, out of Louisville, is a man to watch. Jerry Williams, the Eagles coach, even though Bogus is a rookie, calls him a complete football player based upon his pass reception ability, blocking ability, and as you just saw, running ability.
Call it a gain of 6 yards, second down for Eagles. Ball just inside the Giant 30. It's about 34, 33 degrees. The handoff again goes inside, and this time the Giants are looking for it. Jim Kanicki, number 73, made the first contact. Alex Webster, the coach of the New York Giants. The advance is down close to the 28-yard line for Philadelphia. Third down coming up in 3.
Sneed respects Freddie Dreyer's ability as a pass rusher. He's gotten a great deal of recognition as being a very quick man off the line. Ordinarily, you'll try to trap a man like this, and this is what Sneed feels he can do with Freddie Dreyer. We'll see if he traps him later on in the game.
Third down and 3 for the Eagles. Ball in between the Giant 28 and 29-yard line. Sneed to Bogus, and Kanicki has him in the backfield. And Bogus is dropped for a loss. It'll be fourth down for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Mark Mosley, number 3, the place kicker, has come on the field. Now, Mosley had a chance to win for Philadelphia last week, their second successive game, but it got away from him just at the crossbar. A field goal try, wafted off just fractions wide, and he missed the opportunity to win for them. This try will come from the 39-yard line. It will be into a very light wind, perhaps no more than 3 miles an hour. His kick is away. His kick is no good, wide to the left from 39 yards. So we have a timeout here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with our score in the first quarter, the Eagles nothing and the New York Giants nothing.
Mike Curtis is tough. He plays football hard. But he wants his hair to be soft.
That's why I use Brill Cream. A little dab leaves your hair soft, really natural, like it should be.
Brill Cream believes a man should be tough. But his hair should be soft. Brill Cream, the best-selling hair dressing in the world.
Now from Firestone, a new studded asymmetrical town and country winter tire you can put on all 4 wheels to really improve your stopping ability on ice. With just 2 asymmetrical town and country studded tires on the rear, you still stop. And you've stopped a lot quicker than you can with just 2 ordinary studded winter tires on the rear. Look for the new asymmetrical winter tire at your Firestone store or participating dealer, the mileage specialist.
All right, the New York Giants have the football for the first time tonight. First and 10 at their own 20. The quarterback is Fran Tarkenton. The setbacks will be number 30, Ron Johnson, number 24, Tucker Fredrickson. The wide receivers, number 85, Don Herman, number 18, Clifton McNeil. The right tight end will be Bob Tucker, number 38. Giants in white, and they send Herman in motion. And Tarkenton has it. Looking to the screen, he goes to Fredrickson, a great block. And Fredrickson, from the 20-yard line, comes all the way out to the 44 at a gain of 24 yards. And leading the play all the way was number 53, the center, Greg Larson. Tim Rossovich made the tackle, the middle linebacker for the Eagles. Along the line for the Giants, number 69, Willie Young, and number 77, Dick Buzzin are the tackles. Number 61, Charlie Harper. Number 63, Doug Van Horn, the guards. And the center, as we noted, Greg Larson. So the Giants open up big with a gain of 23 yards out to the 43-yard line, first and 10. The Giants have won 6 in a row. Beat the Eagles in the last meeting, 30-23 in New York. Again, Herman goes in motion off the eye. The handoff is in the middle of the line, and there is no room. Ernie Callaway and Gary Pettigrew are right there, and they sock it to Tucker Fredrickson hard.
Tarkenton believes that the Giants actually are the true multiple offensive team in football today. We were talking. He says, Kansas City does a lot of disguising of their multiple offenses, as does Dallas. He says, but we really are a multiple offense. He says, if we change formations weekly, he puts them in motion. He says, we never know what they're going to do, so we're going to put them in motion early in the game to see what they do, and maybe we can make some adjustments from it later on in the game.
We'll give him 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. From the 44-yard line, Ron Johnson is off to the right side this time as a wide receiver. Fredrickson, the only remaining back. And Mel Tom just missed Fran Tarkenton. Fran throws to Ron Johnson, and Johnson with 38 catches makes this one at the Philadelphia 49-yard line. Al Nelson on the tackle.
There's two things that I'd like to say about this next play. We'll take Johnson, number 30, as he comes out of the backfield. But you probably saw earlier, Tarkenton rolled to his left. One thing he's learned, he's been called a scrambler, and Fran really doesn't like this. He likes to utilize the people that he's got, and he thinks Johnson's the biggest thing he's had to help him in all of his pro career. He had a chance to scramble. He stopped and saw Johnson coming back across. Man for man, he had Al Nelson, number 26, on him, and that's a good quarterback call.
It'll be 3rd down and a long yard to go for the New York Giants at the Philadelphia 49. Johnson is dropped back on the 45-yard line. Ron Porter, the right side linebacker, drills him. The penalty flags all over the field. Penalty is against the Giants. Obviously, the Eagles will want to force New York into a kicking situation, so the receiving team is on the field for Philadelphia, the kicking team on the field for the Giants. Bill Johnson will punt.
While we await the punt, Keith, Dunn just mentioned how Tarkenton feels about the utility of Ron Johnson. All night you'll see Tarkenton using his backs as receivers. Reason? He's got the agility and durability not to need the long-term blocking that backs provide, and he'll use them as receivers extensively.
Bill Johnson averaging 38 yards a kick. Left puts it out of there, hangs a high spiral. Billy Wallach backs up. He'll let it go. It's in the end zone. It'll be Philadelphia's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20. And right now, we have a timeout here at Chile Franklin Field in Philadelphia. Our score in the first quarter, the New York Giants nothing and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing.
Merry Christmas. What'd the old boy give you?
Well, come on, let me show you.
Oh,
I got this robe.
Oh, beautiful.
What did you get? What's that?
Hawaii! That's what that is. Nice little package, huh? Ralph! Bill gave Gladys Hawaii!
The whole island?
The whole island! And we're going on United Airlines. Bill charged it with his United credit card. The travel agent got it for us. He arranged hotels, car rentals, everything. You hear that, Ralph? Imagine Bill and I riding down the waves of Waikiki, sipping champagne and luau's. Luau's, Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll probably be leaving in March, so could you...
Yes, I'll water your plant.
Aloha.
Hawaii.
Gladys, leave?
No, not till March.
Fly the friendly skies, healthy planet.
The statistical story on Norm Snead so far in the ball game as Philadelphia comes to the attack 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Cyril Pender is back in the ball game along with Bogus as a setback, and they're split in the backfield. That's Bogus. And he works his way up to about the 24-yard line before Bob Lurchimer and Jerry Shea, defensive left side of the Giant line, get him.
Went the wrong way. Should have cut for his left.
Bogus has carried a total of 110 times on the season. He's averaged 2.6 yards per carry. In the game tonight, 4 attempts and 11 yards. From a standpoint of total yards gained on the ground, Cyril Pender is the best rusher so far for the Eagles. It is 2nd down and 6. Snead to throw. Dreyer gets him. Fred Dreyer, number 89, shooting in from the defensive right end position, nailed him.
All right, here's old Freddie Dreyer. And Freddie Dreyer's doing a good job of this all year. He does have great quickness. He comes in, puts a great rush on the passer. This is the thing that's giving Snead a lot of trouble this year. He has not been able to have a consistent passing game. He's either been getting trapped or throwing interceptions. Dry number 89, you see Snead number 16. A great move. He faked to the outside and came in. Wade Key was the blocker, number 72, on that last play.
The loss is back to the 16-yard line. It'll be third down and 14 for Philadelphia. Snead to throw. Has time. His pass is away. His pass is to Harold Jackson. And Jackson is knocked out of bounds up about the 27-yard line by Scott Eaton. That will be short of a first down. Glenn Campbell guest stars with Johnny Cash Wednesday night at 9, 8 o'clock Central Time on ABC.
Need some guitar picking that night.
Going to tell you that new coat of Keats is too much.
It's warm. Bobby Duhan, number 28, Spider Lockhart, 43 are deep. The punter is Bill Bradley. That puts it out of there, and it is not a very good kick. It is high. It is into a mild breeze, but it takes a Philadelphia bounce. And it rolls down right near the New York Giants' 45-yard line. The Giants have the ball first and 10, and they have field position. We have a timeout here at Franklin Field, and our score in the first quarter, the Eagles nothing, and the New York Giants have nothing.
Well, that's it, everybody. Mark 125 for the final man on the Hot Shots team. The Tigers need a big spare to win. It's all up to this battler, Timmy Cole, right now. Here's Cole up at the skittle board, lining up, and... No! A tough break. Now Timmy has that pesky 3-5-7 combination to pick up the spare. Will he play it safe? No, he's going for all three. We'll be back after a closer look at Skittle Bowl.
Skittle Bowl is made by Aurora. It's a game of skill that any number can play. Children tend to be remarkably good at it when they can get it away from their parents. Skittle Bowl by Aurora.
Now back to the action. Cole with his final shot, and he's done it! He has done it! The Tigers win the championship!
Skittle Bowl, the next best thing to having a bowling alley in your home.
Put the ball on the New York Giants 46-yard line. Giants have it first down. No score in the first quarter. Fran Tarkenton, the quarterback. Ron Johnson, the ball to the right side. He is slowed down coming out of the secondary by number 24, Nate Ramsey, and then the pursuit caught up with him. Ron Johnson, who has had quite a year with the New York Giants.
Let's make the point, too, Don, that the Eagles are keying on Johnson all night tonight for the run.
Well, I think if they don't, they're in a lot of trouble.
A loss of 2 yards on the preceding play. It's second down and 12. The ball is back on the 44. Herman is way wide to the right side. McNeil to the left. And Tucker Fredrickson's moved up into the slot. Look out for Fredrickson. He's been a prime receiver. This time he goes deep to McNeil. Clifton's got it. And he is caught and he is dragged down by Ray Jones, but not until he reaches the Philadelphia 25-yard line.
Tarkenton says McNeil and he have just gotten together in the last couple of weeks. He thinks McNeil is going to be actually is the big figure there passing him. You saw a very good, what we used to call a zig-out pattern. Ray Jones was the defender, number 21. A good pass by Fran and a good route by Clifton McNeil.
31 yards on the play. First down, New York, Philadelphia, 25. Tarkenton will throw. He looks for McNeil. He goes over the middle. It is incomplete. Ray Jones had it in his hands, and McNeil knocked it away from him.
That's 2 plays in a row where Ray Jones has been a signal figure. Ray was one of 3 defensive backs drafted by the National Football League from Southern University. Another noted one, number 48 on Green Bay, Kenny Ellis. But Ray is a rookie, as all rookies will. He has made mistakes, and Fran is going to work against him for much of the evening.
Tarkenton now 3 out of 4 for 61 yards in his passing. Second down and 10, New York at the Philadelphia 25. The game being played at Franklin Field in Philadelphia, the home of the University of Pennsylvania Quakers. Tarkenton to Fredrickson. A good block from Ron Johnson. Gets him around the corner and gets him down around the 21-yard line before left linebacker Adrian Young, number 35, makes the tackle.
Let's watch Ron Johnson, number 30, on this block. You see Tucker Ferguson, number 24, is on a straight slant out. He's coming. He's got Adrian Young, the linebacker, number 35, and that was a great block. He came back on the inside. They didn't pick up much yardage, but Johnson is a utility black that can do them all.
Call it a 4-yard pickup, make it third down along 6. It's actually about 6.5 yards for the Giants after Philadelphia, 21.5. This time Johnson is flanked to the left side, and Tarkenton's pass for Clifton McNeil is incomplete. Defending on the play, Nate Ramsey for the Eagles. So Pete Gogolak sheds the warm weather, or the warm cloak, and comes on the field, braving this cold weather.
Keith, I was talking to Pete Gogolak before the game. He's talking to his roommate. He was asking me, he said, what effect did this artificial turf have when you played? I said, well, I didn't have that much, and he's really not that fond of it. He says, I haven't kicked on it but one time this year. That was in Dallas. He didn't decide before the game what shoe he's going to wear. Let's see how he does right now.
From the 29-yard line, the kick is high, and the kick is good.
So he must have chosen the right shoe, wouldn't you say?
I
He
would
picked
say
it out
so.
there.
6 plays, 54 yards, and the New York Giants grab the lead.
Pete's really a fun guy. He was telling me today, Don, you were with me, when he said there's all this talk about all the soccer kickers. He said, let's just remember I started it in 1960, and before I'm done, I'll break Tom Dempsey's record.
I like his attitude.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Giants are on the board, leading by a score of 3-0. Billy Wallach, number 9, is the man the Eagles like to have return the football on all kicks. Wallach is averaging 23 yards per return. The kick goes right straight to him. He backs up 2 yards deep in the end zone and says, we'll take it at the 20.
Not a bad choice.
Next Monday on ABC, NFL football, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be coming from the Deep South, Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. Next Monday on ABC.
Your home country, Keith.
Yes, sir. Salty cornbread and buttermilk time.
Where's that town you're going to? You told me for Thanksgiving. Bremen. What is it?
Bremen, Georgia.
Bremen, Georgia. Home of Keith Jackson. They got a sign outside the town. This is home of Keith Jackson. He's coming back for Thanksgiving.
The only sign in town.
That's right.
Number 86 is Fred Hill in the ball game. Penalty flag down as the Eagles go to the attack. Bogus is dropped short of the line of scrimmage, back around the 19-yard line. Bob Lertzema, who's having a fine night defensively at his left end position, made the tackle. Referee Jack Best paces off 5 yards against the New York Giants. Offside. You'll note the officials are wearing gloves. First down and 5 for Philadelphia from their own 25. There's Red Webster, the coach of the Giants. Norm Snead, the quarterback, pitches to Bogus, cuts inside, fine block, gets across the 30. He's out to the 32-yard line before Willie Williams makes the tackle. First down, Eagles.
That Bogus is a good-looking ball player, Don.
He is a fine ball. He moves very smooth. I came out to practice Saturday night, and I couldn't get over how smooth he did run in. I said, well, there's nobody trying to tackle him. I see how he does when somebody's after him, and he's doing very fine tonight. He is a rookie, and he's doing a fine job for him. Good trap block, by the way, that last time by Wade Key, number 72 of the Eagles.
Ball is on the 32-yard line. Philadelphia Eagles have it. First down. Snead again to Bogus, and Bogus runs into number 72. John Baker, who is in at defensive left tackle, and Baker is the first man to get to him and knocks him down after 1 yard.
Funny thing. Had lunch today with Leonard Toast, the owner of the Eagles, and Pete Retzlaff, the general manager. The Eagles lost 7 in a row. Everyone knows it. After every game, Art Modell, the president of the Browns, would call Leonard and commiserate with him. Then the Eagles won one and the Browns lost. And Toes called Modell, and Modell said, "How dare you?"
Second down, 9 yards to go for Philadelphia. Penalty flag down. Handoff to Cyril Pender. And the X from Illinois hits up to about the 37-yard line, but let's wait for the penalty. Offside penalty against the New York Giants again. Second one in this series.
Freddie Dreyer, the defensive end for the Giants, has a tendency to charge outside. He's very quick, and he moves very well to the outside. That last play was a draw. It was just a turnout, blocked by number 72, Wade Key, again on Dreyer. They came back inside of him. Matt Adelstein was covering to the outside, too. They picked up a pretty good gain.
Ball is up on the let's call it the 38-yard line and make it second down and about 4 for Philadelphia. The Giants are leading by a score of 3-0, 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Giants again may have jumped. The play goes up the middle. There is negligible gain on it.
The thing I noticed that impressed me most was you see Norman Snead, number 16, when there's a fumble or something going on there, Norman very casually walked back to the back till all that commotion was settled in there. I'm not getting in the middle of that, Jeff. Another good quarterback trait.
This time it was Jim Kanicki who anticipated a little too much, perhaps. That's 3 penalties, 15 yards against the Giants. The football is resting at the 43-yard line. First down, Eagles. Their own 43. The Giants are leading 3-0. Snead to Bogus. Bogus is hit in the backfield by Fred Dreyer, but moves ahead across the 45 up to about the 46.
Take a good shot at Freddie Dreyer, number 89, as he comes in. He makes a great move to get around Wade Key, and he just throws himself actually in front of Bogus. Caught him with his arm. I think she actually numbed his arm a little bit on there. He looked like he might have been hurt. It was a good move, very good defensive play by Dreyer. And he is going to be a very fine defensive end. He already is a good defensive end, but his first year, he's doing a great job for the Giants.
He's 6'6", he's 240, in his second year from San Diego State. I'm sure Don Coryell remembers what he used to do for him. On second down and 8. Not much, as Bogus tries to find some running room, and Ralph Heck, number 55, read the play. That's how cold it is in Philadelphia tonight. That's a hand warmer. It's full, I imagine, of briquettes or something like that. But it keeps your hands warm, and I wish we had 4 up here.
Would you believe 6?
There's the sideline with the New York Giants, Red Webster, Alex Webster, who was a great star with them, of course. Everybody remembers, I'm sure. The ball is placed back. Let's call it the 45-yard line. Make it third down, and a long 8 yards to go. The Eagles have been on the third down hook now 4 times. They've made it twice. Snead to throw, gets his pass away, and it is short. He was getting pressure from Fred Dreyer. Bob Lertzema, the other defensive end. The pass was intended for Ben Hawkins, and Philadelphia will have to kick it away. Bill Bradley, the University of Texas, does the punting. Bobby Duhan and Spider Lockhart, 28 and 43, are the deep men for the Giants. Giants wearing the white. Here's the kick by Bradley. And it is not a long kick. It takes a bounce toward the sidelines, and it's going to be dead inside the 25-yard line, right around the 22. Number 71 is Bob Lertzema, defensive left end. Appears to have been shaken on the last play. The ball is at the 21-yard line. First down, the New York Giants. Only Ron Johnson is back there with Tarkenton planned to throw. The Eagles are after him. His pass intended for Ron Johnson is incomplete. Adrian Young, number 35, had come across to check on the play. As a matter of fact, two linebackers were there, Rosevich and Young both.
You see Ron Johnson, number 30, as he comes out of the backfield. Adrian Young, number 35, is right with him. Tim Rosevich, number 82, is the middle linebacker, and he comes over too. Friend received some pressure in the backfield and moved. Johnson, as you see, held up there a little bit. I tell you, I spent 2 or 3 days this past week with Adrian Young and Tim Rosevich, and I want to talk about these guys a little while. They're a couple of real characters, good football players.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Giants from their own 21. Tarkenton to throw. Penalty flag is in the air and now on the field, and Tarkenton running for his life. Unloads it to Clifton McNeil, and there's not much room for Cliff.
Good move by Fran, though. I'm going to give it to Cliff. Cliff, here, you take it. I tell you.
I take it, Dunn, while we watch what happens here on this flag, that you were going to talk about Young and Rosevich both being members of what they call the Mod Squad on the Eagles. And, of course, the two were teammates at USC, and the development of Adrian Young has been one of the major causes for the ostensible resurgence of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, they really have. These guys were actually the co-captains of the great USC teams when they were winning some big games out on the West Coast, and they really do have a real thing about this violence part of the ball game. And they feel that violence is certainly a big part of this football game and the physical part of it. And they're a couple of real good hitters.
Illegal procedure declined by the Philadelphia Eagles. 3rd down 10, Giants. They're on 21. Tarkenton has it. He wants to go deep for Clifton McNeil. It is knocked away, incomplete by Nate Ramsey, who was with him all the way. And Nate might have had a chance to grab it, but he chose to knock it away instead.
I wonder if the fans heard some of those, the viewers heard some of those Eagles fans above us as we await isolation on this play, the old pro Nate Ramsey.
You see McNeil running a deep post pattern on Ramsey. Ramsey is one of the true veterans in there. I don't really think he had a choice to catch it or knock it away. I think he just did what he had to do at that time. He was with McNeil, and McNeil has good speed. He just knocked it away. Came up with a 4th down situation here for New York.
Bill Johnson will punt. Ben Hawkins and Billy Wallach are deep. High snap from center. Adrian Young has him. The ball is loose. It is very near the New York goal line. Philadelphia's ball. How about that for a break in the game in the closing seconds of the first quarter?
I don't know how many times we've seen this year, but these are the mistakes that kill you. This is just a high snap. He couldn't field it. It is 4th down. The Eagles are going to get the ball anyway. Adrian Young, number 35, did come in. The Eagles are really up for this ball game. They're going to play it as hard as they know how. And to quote some of them, they say, hey, this is our Super Bowl, so we're going after the Giants.
And time expires at the end of the first quarter here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. Our score, the New York Giants 3, the Philadelphia Eagles 0. Norman Snead with a golden opportunity to put the Philadelphia Eagles on the scoreboard. In the first quarter, the Eagles had 21 offensive plays against 15 for the New York Giants. The Eagles have the ball. 1st and goal to go on the New York 2-yard line. This will be the first offensive play of the second quarter. It looks like we have a full house here, and if we do, better than 59,000, it's going to be a record weekend of attendance for the National Football League. 1st and goal to go from the 2. Pinder! Oh, did he take a hard whack on a cold night. He is short of the touchdown. Jim Files, the middle linebacker.
Take a good look at Jim Files, number 58. Here's the guy. This is his responsibility to keep those guys from jumping over that line. That's what they try to do down there. And Files is a good one. He's a big rookie that the Giants are really proud of. You'll see him meet Pinder right in the air and turn him an absolute flip. Pinder had seen somewhere in those movies of years gone by, that's what you're supposed to do on the goal line is jump over them. Files had seen those same movies.
Second down and goal to go, about a foot away. Snead, touchdown.
Whenever you're in doubt, call on your power. Whenever you're in doubt, just push it on in there.
And how do you do, St. Louis? The Cardinals, knowing full well after their tie yesterday, a victory for the Giants could pull them within a half game. Here's the touchdown.
Number 16, Norm Snead. Big, strong, powerful, big-legged quarterback, as all of them are. Pulled his way across the New York defensive line for a score.
Here's the extra point try by Mark Mosley. It's blocked! And I think it was Ralph Heck, number 55.
Hey, it was Ralph Heck. I tell you, that could be a big one.
Ralph Heck, who rented a house in Pound Ridge, New York, in northern Westchester.
You'll see this set up from the end zone camera, and Ralph Heck is number 55. He comes in and gets a big hand in front of this one. And I know this has been said a lot, but seriously, this is a big thing. You know, the extra point in football is usually like an ordinary thing. Here's old Ralph Heck, number 55, and we're going to be right back to see you just in a little while.
Time out right now. We'll be back with the Philadelphia kickoff in just a moment. Our score, the Eagles 6, the Giants 3.
You want to get some chair and the little table. You pick up the rack of the lights. You get the map. See, if you took away the maps Hertz gives you, and the survival manuals, the direct line phones from hotels and motels, if you took away the 2,700 Hertz offices around the world, where you can pick up a Ford or drop one off, if you took away the computerized reservation system, if you took away the express check-in system, the special rates, the Hertz girl, if you took every Hertz office that stays open all night and closed it at 5, and if you took away our good name, Hertz would be left with the one basic thing every rent-a-car outfit can offer, a car. But even when you get down to that, we offer more kinds of cars than anyone in the business.
Seconds into the second quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles have taken the lead by a score of 6-3. The Giants, Ralph Heck, blocked the extra point try. Bobby Duhan and Les Shy are the deep men for the Giants. 25 is Shy. Here's the kickoff by Mosley. It is very short, and it goes down to number 33, Joe Green, for the Giants. And Joe comes back to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for New York.
They call him Little Joe Green. He's from Bowling Green, but they know on the Giant squad that he's the toughest, strongest man, inch for inch and pound for pound on the squad.
Who decided that, Howard? How did they decide that?
Fran Tarkenton told me, and so does Big Red Alex Webster.
All right. I just want to make sure it was from an authority.
Off the I formation, it is Tucker Fredrickson, Ron Johnson, Fran Tarkenton, the quarterback. Don Herman is wide to the left, McNeil to the right. They break off the I, go to Johnson, and Johnson is caught in the secondary by Mel Tom and dragged down. He may have picked up 1 yard. They'll give him 2. It'll be second down, 8.
You know, this game has a long way to go, but there was a kind of justice in Snead scoring that touchdown. 2 maligned quarterbacks through all the years, Tarkenton and Snead, both characterized as non-winners, and both in a key game tonight.
On second down and 8 from the 37-yard line, outside the 37, this is Ron Johnson. He is stripped at the line of scrimmage, but he has great balance, and his momentum carries him to the 44. Ron Porter, the tackle for Philadelphia.
I don't know anything really about how these trades are made and all that sort of jazz, but I would imagine that the New York Giant people are kind of smiling with old Ron Johnson and Jim Kanicki on their side this year. I would think that'd be a pretty good trade.
That's a safe comment.
Thank you.
Subtle can you get?
Thank you. I've had a little difficulty with my subtle comments lately.
Aaron Thomas is in the ball game. Number 88, the veteran from Oregon State. This is Tucker Fredrickson of Auburn. Across midfield to the Philadelphia 49-yard line. He is brought down by Steve Priest.
You know, I keep using the word nice guy, but this one really is a nice guy. And you talk about company men, whether you like them or whether you don't. Tucker believes in the New York Giants. You see him running a power offside. He got a good block. He came in. Tucker is a great blocker. He's been known for his blocking ability. He's been hurt. He's had some bad knees. He's a really good guy, and I'm glad to see him have a good year for him.
First down, Giants, Philadelphia, 49-yard line. Again, it is Fredrickson. Again, he has power. He goes to the 46 for 3. Rosevich, the tackle for Philadelphia.
I know what you mean, Don. You face the danger of being called provincial and a homer. Forget it. Tucker Fredrickson is one of the world's great people and most courageous. 2 knee operations, given up on, and out there and doing an honest and good job this year.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Giants, Philadelphia, 46. Tarkenton running deep. He's got the screen set up to Fredrickson. Oh, it is busted wide open by wild man Tim Rosevich.
Wow, it looked like his knee went out on him that time. That screen was set up pretty good. He had Adrian Young, number 35, coming in there on him. Fran set it up good, threw out to Tucker. And old Tim did come in there. I'll tell you, Tim is a heck of a competitor, and he loves to hit. Tim Rosevich, 82.
There was a gain of 2 yards on the play, down to the 44-yard line. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go for the Giants. Let's see if they can get off the hook. The temperature now below 30 degrees. Tarkenton back to throw. Goes over the middle. Bob Tucker, first reception of the night at the 39-yard line. It'll be close to a first down.
Bob Tucker out of Bloomsburg State. Bob Tucker, who played with the Lowell minor league club, a farm club of the Patriots, given up on. Bob Tucker given up on by these very same Eagles. Bob Tucker, who got a shot with the Giants and who's been a key figure in their success this year. A very intriguing story and an evidence of what can happen in the National Football League, how a man can come from nowhere as a nobody and become a very big somebody.
First down, New York, Philadelphia, 39. Ron Johnson. And gang tackling by the Eagles, number 77, Ernie Callaway, was the man who made the play. Jerry Williams, the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. We share the old alma mater. He's from the great Pacific Northwest, Washington State University. Second down and 10. New York, Philadelphia, 39. Tarkenton wants to throw it. Unloads it to Fredrickson, and Ron Porter runs him down inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. It may be another first down.
All right, you go see Fredrickson, number 24, as he comes out of the backfield. Actually, Ron Porter, number 50, stays in there a little bit too long. He doesn't cover Fredrickson. That's his man. And talking to Fran today, I said, Fran, how are you hitting your back so much? He says, I'm keying the linebacker. If they're not on them, baby, I'm going to hit them because you don't have to throw it that far.
It is a first down for the Giants. And the advance of the ball is to the 27-yard line. This is Ron Johnson on a sweep. Number 88, Gary Pettigrew, was involved in the group of green shirts that got him. So was Rosevich, and so was Porter.
That's right, Keith. So was number 82, Tim Rosevich. And Don, later on we should discuss, I think, what it's meant for Tim Rosevich to become converted from a defensive end to a middle linebacker, and overall what a job he's done.
I agree with you, Howard. One thing I'd like to point out about that full stack they had there, Fran ran that on a quick count. Whether he gained much yardage or not, the Eagles now know he can run when everybody's in the backfield.
Second down, 7 from the 24. Tarkenton's pass. It is caught by McNeil. It is dropped by McNeil. Coming over to defense, Al Nelson.
One of the many, as you know, Keith, from Grambling College.
Story about Al, Howard. He had heart murmur during training camp. They couldn't figure out what caused it. Wound up infected tooth.
Thank heavens.
Yes, indeed. Tarkenton now 7 out of 12, 80 yards. The ball is on the 24-yard line. Third down, 7, New York, Philadelphia, 24. McNeil is wide left. Ray Jones comes right up nose to nose with him. Parkinson looks and goes deep for McNeil. He's wide open. Touch. No, he dropped it. Oh, he'll remember that one.
Oh, my goodness. Everything is really nice on this play until the very end of it. We're going to take a look at old Clifton as he comes back out of here, and he's got Ray Jones on him. Clifton's going to run a pretty good route. He comes back, gives him that inside fake, comes back to the outside. He's got him beat, and my goodness, he hit him in a bad place.
Pete Gogolak's in the ball game. He'll try a field goal on 4th down and 7. He's going to hit it from just outside the 30-yard line. He could tie it up. Oh, he missed it. It is wide to the left.
Wait a minute.
Pete goes off with his head-hanging load. Disaster.
8:50 to go, first half timeout. Franklin Field, Philadelphia. Score, Eagles 6, Giants 3. Philadelphia Eagles in green have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It was expected to be Brannigan in the neighborhood, and that's what it's been so far. 8:50 to go, first half. Eagles lead by a score of 6-3. Giants beat Gogolak, just missed the field goal. And the Eagles have it as Snead drops to throw. Bowman is wide open. And Gary is up to the 35-yard line for a 15-yard gain on the play. Tom Longo, 44, led the tackling for the Giants. We have penalty flags on the field, so hang on. The initial indication against the Eagles, and it's obviously against them. They're backing up. And it's got the look of an offensive holding penalty. What it is?
It's been this type of happenstance or circumstance, however you'd like to call it, that's caused the Eagles so much problem this year. They've had a lot of problems with penalties in key situations, interceptions, fumbles, haven't been able to sustain a drive.
The ball is put down just outside the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 5. It's going to be first down and 25. Cyril Pender. Oh, ball is loose. The Giants have it. Scott Eaton's on the football.
There's a pretty good hitting going on there, I'll tell you.
Jimmy Files knocked it loose, and Scott Eaton covered it.
That evens off the critical fumbles, and we'll watch this in slow-mo. Don?
Well, you'll see him come around as a quick pitch. Fender has it. He's coming in there. You'll see Eaton, number 20, from the side. I think Eaton is actually part of that reason for it, but Files, number 58, comes in. The ball just pops loose, and Scott turns around and says, there it is. It's mine.
And the New York Giants have a big break in the ball game. First down at the Philadelphia 13-yard line. Here goes Clifton McNeil from his wide receiver position, running around the end, and he's inside the 10. He's down to about the 6.
He has a good job of ball handling there by old Francis. I tell you, he gave a pretty good fake in there to Johnson, number 30, as he came in, and Clifton came around the outside. Let's take a look at it. You got Johnson coming in. Fran takes the ball, fakes to Johnson, holds it in there, flips it back out to McNeil, number 18, comes around. Of course, Clifton has great speed. And he does get outside the Eagle defense. Stephen Priest, number 33, is the one that put the finishing tackle on him.
Ball is inside the 5-yard line. Steve Priest, incidentally, is a former quarterback at Oregon State for DeAndro, and during his college days was considered a virtual magician with the option play. That's Fred Dreyer, all taped up and ready to go for the New York Giants.
Oh, man, those broken noses, that brings back some memories.
It is just a little bit short of a first down. The ball is right in between the 4 and the 3-yard line. The New York Giants have it on the Philadelphia 3.5. Tucker Fredrickson has a first down. It'll be first and goal to go at about the 2. Red Webster excited by this turn of events. Right here, let's pause 5 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves.
All right, we'll see Dave Lloyd. Dave Lloyd, number 52, is now coming at middle linebacker, and he's been the regular there for a long time. You'll see him feel his way along, and he comes in and actually is the one that puts Tucker Ferguson back, but they do pick up the first down.
At this point, Jerry Williams going to the experience and putting Lloyd in at the middle linebacking position. First and goal to go, Ron Johnson. Touchdown, Giants.
We'll take a look at it again. Ron Johnson, number 30. As he comes in, Fran gives it to his money man. You see Tucker, number 24, as he comes in, gives a pretty good block. Johnson just throws himself on top of that line. They're very close, and he'd come in for the score.
So Francis goes to the sidelines, having done his job. That is the 10th touchdown of the year for Ron Johnson. The New York Giants have regained the lead, and Pete Gogolak will try to make it a 10-6 ball game.
Never has a blocked point after seemed more important.
Offsides the Giants. That should nullify the extra point, which was good. Let's see if it goes against the Giants. No, it's against the Eagles. So the Giants decline, and obviously they'll take the point. So we have a timeout here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. 6:55 to go, first half. The score now, the New York Giants 10, the Philadelphia Eagles 6. For the Philadelphia Eagles as the New York Giants, Pete Gogolak tees it up to kick it off on a night where the temperature is sliding below 30 degrees in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pete's kick. Short. At the 10-yard, 11-yard line, it's Billy Wallach. He's back to the 30, 19 yards on the return. The first man to get to him for the New York Giants was number 23. And number 28, Bobby Duhan. Florida State and Houston, Thanksgiving Day from Tampa, Florida. You'll see it on ABC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Cougars of Houston, the Seminoles of Florida State, out of Tampa. Should be a wide-open, high-scoring thriller. First down, Eagles. Ball at the 29-yard line, and Cyril Pender getting some good blocking on the left side. Gets 7 as he comes to the 36.
Don, I wonder how many people remember that Cyril Pinder was on the same team with Dick Butkus and Jim Grabowski in Illinois.
I'd forgotten that. I'm glad you pointed that up, Howard. I did slip my mind.
Gee. Second down and 3. Pinder, 5 for 30 yards so far in the game. Snead to throw. He's got a man wide open, Bogus. And the big youngster from Louisville comes to the 41. He ought to have a first down. Jimmy Files, number 58, the big rook from Oklahoma. Put him down.
He was man-to-man on Ralph Heck, number 55 that time. And linebackers have a tendency to drop back in a passing situation, and sometimes a little bit too deep. I think Ralph may have dropped a little too deep that time and left him open, at least open enough to get that first down.
That's first down number 6 for the Eagles against 7 for the Giants. The Giants are leading by a score of 10-6. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Pender hits, bounces, hits again. He got maybe a half a yard. Jerry Shea, number 75 for the New York Giants, with help from Lertzema, made the stop.
As many of you know, each week the coaches grade these defensive players, actually the offensive players too, and Jerry Shea is the man in the defensive line who week to week, I understand, has had the highest grade. I don't know exactly how they grade him, but that tells me that he's playing very consistent ball for the Giants and has given them a real plug there in the middle.
Got him from Atlanta, and nobody can understand the deal.
Second down and 9. 9.5, really. Ben Hawkins is in. Zabel is out. Here goes Jackson, Harold Jackson, and he falls down in the backfield. A loss on the play.
That didn't fool anybody.
Didn't fool Jim Files.
Well, the interesting thing about this game, Keith, is Norm hasn't completed a pass yet to Harold Jackson. He hasn't completed a pass yet to Ben Hawkins. And, you know, it's hard to understand because these are two great receivers. And you've got to give a lot of credit to the Giants' defense, which has come from nowhere. Don't you agree?
Indeed, and I'll tell you, the development of Dreyer at defensive right end has been as much, and the presence of Files and the continued play of Heck have been tremendous assets for the Giants. Third down, 14. The ball at the 37. Here's the pitch to Pender. And there's Mr. Files again at the 41-yard line.
I tell you, that's something else. They sent in a couple extra backs on that third down and long situation. But they didn't fool Files. They sent Pender out of the backfield, and that's certainly his man. He was right there on him. They'll give him 4 or 5 any time when it's 3rd and 15.
Bill Bradley is in the ball game to punt. He's hit 2 tonight for 32.5-yard average. We've got 3 minutes to go, first half. The Giants are leading by a score of 10-6. Bradley's kick, it's a twisting spiral. Spider Lockhart backing up, fair catch, 24-yard line.
Spider Lockhart.
You know, regardless of your age or your favorite team, if you're a football fan, there'll be something of great interest for you at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And one of the outstanding examples of the effort of the Hall to be part of the changing pro football picture is the Professional Football Today display. It's a glistening new area that features the helmet pictures and up-to-the-minute information on all the pro football teams. Only one of the many outstanding attractions at the Pro Football Hall of Fame open daily in Canton, Ohio. All right, Giants ball, first down, 24-yard line, their own 24. Ron Johnson. Crowd of folks there, but the momentum of the Giant offensive line carries him up across the 30 to the 31.
Has a brother named Alex Johnson, Los Angeles, California Angels. Great hitter. And so is Ron.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Timeout, Franklin Field, Philadelphia. Score, the New York Giants 10, Philadelphia Eagles 6.
This is where the noise is. And this is where the quiet is. The 1971 Ford LTD. One of the strongest, quietest Fords ever built. And also the most luxurious. With a new body frame design that presents a solid barrier against road noise. This year, take a quiet break. Now, another better idea from Ford. Ford's Pinto lets you say goodbye to a lot of extra servicing. Because Pinto needs half the oil changes of the leading import. Pinto's brakes are self-adjusting. Pinto's paint finish never needs waxing. And unlike many imports, Pinto's zinc plates key underbody parts to prevent rust. So say hello to Pinto and goodbye to a lot of extra servicing. Pinto, a little better idea from Ford.
Yes, sirree. There's nothing like Philadelphia in late November, huh?
Yeah.
It brings out all the winter clothing.
They're saying hello to Mom. Hi, Mom. What do you say, Mom? So Jeff and Hazel back in Mount Vernon. What do you say, Mom, Dad?
2 minutes to go in the first half. The New York Giants are leading the Eagles by a score of 10-0. Second down and 3 for the 10-6. Second down and 3, the Giants the ball. And Tucker Fredrickson missed in the backfield. He is up and perhaps has a first down before Adrian Young, number 35, knocked him out of bounds. Ray Jones is shaken up on the play for Philadelphia. Detective Dan August is forced to face the fact that an old high school football buddy may have been involved in a scandalous murder Wednesday night on ABC.
Doesn't sound like any football players I know.
Ron Medved will come into the ball game in the defensive secondary for the Philadelphia Eagles, replacing Ray Jones, who has left the field.
Ron Medved took the blame in the Dallas game for 3 long touchdown passes. His zone was open.
It'll be third down and a half a yard for the Giants, just shy of their own 35, and they go to Ron Johnson. Adrian Young hit him just short of the line of scrimmage, but I think perhaps Ron had enough to get it to the 35, and he did.
Just adding to Ron Medved, Keith, he was written up in Life magazine during the bidding war, and the handholders, those of you who remember, like it was during the pro football war, He was, they stayed with him through his wedding and his honeymoon. Unbelievable.
I've known him a long time. He's from Tacoma, played at the University of Washington. Here's Tarkenton, first down and 10, rolling. His pass is away. McNeil is wide open. And he is out of bounds across midfield. It will be a New York first down.
I like this type of pattern. You got McNeil coming down. He's on number 24, Ramsey. As he comes out of the backfield, he runs a sideline pattern. Friend rolls out of the backfield. This eliminates a lot of the immediate pressure that you get from the defensive line. You'll see number 26, Al Nelson, as he runs him out of bounds. I like that as a change-up, and Friend, I know, likes that, and he uses it quite a bit. It's been very effective for him this year.
It's first down, Giants, close to the Eagle 48-yard line. McNeil is to the left this time. Tarkenton, great pressure from Rosevich, unloads to Fredrickson. And Tucker fumbles. And it's recovered by Herman inside the 20-yard line.
There are years, and there are years. And some years, everything goes right.
I'll tell you this, he caught a blitz by the Eagle defense that time. We'll see it here on slow motion. You'll saw. Well, actually, we're going to pick it up as Tucker Ferguson catches the ball. What you didn't see was a blitz by the Eagle defense. Friend did a great job of getting that one off. 35, Adrian Young comes in. He hits Tucker. As Tucker goes down, the ball does slip loose. It's picked up, I believe, by Herman, I think, is the man that recovers that ball. Number 85 for the Giants. And as Howard says, when you get it going, man, it goes good.
Giants call time to stop the clock with about 59 seconds to go, and Tarkenton has had his sideline conference with Alex Webster. Coming up at halftime, Howard Cosell will have highlights of the San Francisco-Detroit game, Green Bay, Minnesota, Dallas-Washington, Baltimore-Miami, San Diego-Oakland. George Blanda is my hero.
He's my hero. That means I got 11 more years in this league if I ever get back in action.
I got news for you. I'm older than both of you. He's my hero. And I want to hear Sinatra sing the song, You Make Me Feel So Young.
First down, Giants, Philadelphia 18. Friend to throw. Going to go deep. McNeil's over there, and it's incomplete. And Steve Priest, number 33, made a fine defensive play for the Eagles.
Now, this one was almost hung up a little bit too much. The wind may have grabbed it. You got Priest, number 33, as he's defending again. He didn't go for that inside fake that McNeil gave him. Friend laid the ball up, but as you can see, they're slowing down a little bit there. That was almost intercepted. You never do know. Maybe if the ball was thrown out a bit further, maybe he'd have caught it, maybe he wouldn't have. But Priest actually didn't go for that inside fake, and so he was protecting to the outside. And that was the pattern that McNeil was open on a little bit earlier in the ball game.
Steve had a touchdown last week, picked up a fumble, ran 21 yards for the score. Here's Tarkenton, second down 10. His pass is away. It's good, incomplete to McNeil. And again, Clifton had it skitter off his fingertips. It's a very cold night. The temperature is now less than 30, and the chill factor certainly much lower than that.
Twice he's thrown to Clifton McNeil. Don has mentioned Clifton is from Grambling College. And that's become a legend, 100 yards to glory. The point I'm trying to make is this. Nearly 1/5 of all the people in the NFL, and this is a very important thing in our society, have come from the Southwest Athletic Conference. Grambling College, Texas Southern, Jackson State, Alcorn A&M, and all the rest.
Third down 10, 18-yard line. Giants have it. Tarkenton, good protection. His pass is incomplete and gives Tim Rosevich a lot of credit for breaking up that one again. McNeil was the target.
I was with Rosevich, as I said earlier, actually Saturday night, and honestly and truly, I was with Steve Sable over at Steve Sable is the son of Ed Sable of NFL Film, and we saw the Dick Butkus film 3 times. It's a 6-minute excerpt about the violence and the physical aspect of football. And being a quarterback, I'm not really attuned to that, but these guys believe in being physical, and they certainly have been physical tonight.
Pete Gogolak is in the ball game on 4th down. He'll try a field goal from the 25-yard line. It's got the uprights. 9 plays, 75 yards. And the New York Giants build their lead to 13-6 over the Eagles, and we have 40 seconds to play in the first half. 40 seconds to go in the first half. For your holiday viewing pleasure this Friday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, ABC Sports presents NBA basketball, and it's a good one. The New York Knickerbockers, led by Willis Reed and Walt Frazier, in Milwaukee against the Bucks with Oscar Robertson, Lou Alcindor, and supporting cast. The telecast live from Milwaukee is coming Friday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the question is, will Milwaukee lose another game?
With the play-by-play by Keith Jackson as the kickoff takes place.
Our very own.
And good to the 6-yard line to Wallach. He's got a hole. Duhan missed him. Now it's Gogolak, and Pete got him at the 40.
Heck of a run back. Heck of a run back. You'll see Wallach as he takes the kick. The kick was high. It was not too deep. And on the kickoff return, the thing they try to do is split those seams, and you'll see him now turn on the steam if he goes through. Bobby Duhan, number 28, did miss him. Gogolak practiced that.
Back to live action. Time about gone. The pass intended on a quick one to Bogus from Snead. It is incomplete. Files and Heck are there for the Giants. The clock stops at 20 seconds to go.
I've got to tell you, folks, it's unreal. We came up to the booth tonight, Don Meredith and I, and Don said, at least once tonight, Billy Wallach, number 9, is going to break one. Now, he didn't break it all the way, but he put them in field goal position. Good work, John.
Thank you a lot, Howard. I don't remember saying that, but if I said it, by golly, I'm going to stick to it. Why do you always do that to me, Howard?
39 yards. You fellas. 39-yard line, first down. The pass is good to Hawkins, and Hawkins is down to the 22-yard line.
And they call timeout. No chin strap Hawkins, number 18 in your program.
Tom Longo was having a fight with Ben for the ball, but Ben hung on.
It's a turn-in pattern by Hawkins as he comes off the line. They're trying to get in pretty good field goal position. He's on Scott Eaton, number 20. Hook in there behind. Good pass by Snead. They just moved it down a little bit closer range. Hawkins is a heck of a competitor. Tom Longo, number 44, is the guy that comes in and puts the finishing touches on him.
Keith, first pass reception by Hawkins. Picked up in the Pro Football War by the Eagles against the Jets, remember?
They're going to try to get one more play before the half. They're gambling they can get at least one. Maybe they can get the 6. Kanicki goes out of the lineup for the New York Giants. We have 10 seconds to go in the first half. Snead looks into the end zone. He goes to the end zone for Bowman, and it goes right by him, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, he threw that one the only place you can throw it. Now, Bowman couldn't get to it, but he zipped it right in there by Matt Hazeltine, number 64, and they did have him covered very well in that last pattern. But that's the way to throw it in there.
I'm glad you pointed out. Old folks Matthew was right back there with him. Now the field goal unit's in there. Mark Mosley, number 3, will try the field goal. He's going to have to kick it 29 yards. He has the mild wind at his back. Snap is clean. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Looks like offsides against New York. I'm sure that'll be declined.
You are right, and we have come to the end of the first half, and our score. At the end of the first half, the New York Giants 13 and the Philadelphia Eagles have 9. Howard Cosell back in a moment with a look at the highlights of yesterday's NFL action right after this message.
Franklin Field, Philadelphia, 13-9 Giants, halftime score. Tough game. Don Meredith, key points.
Oh, I think a couple of fumbles, Howard. You got a fumbled punt, and you also got a fumble down in offensive territory. They've been the big plays for the Eagles and the Giants today. It's a close ball game. There's a lot of hitting out there, and it is cold here in Philadelphia, and I'm looking forward to the second half. We're going to see who's going to win.
A lot of people thought that the Giant transformation from inefficiency to total efficiency was unreal. Your comment?
Well, I think the Giants are doing a fine job. They pulled everything together. They seem to have, again, I hate to use this, but the momentum that is necessary to be a winning ball club. And I know Tarkington and Files are the guys that are doing it, I think.
You're absolutely right. Back to Keith.
And the Philadelphia Eagles get a roar from the 59,000 plus here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia as they come back on the field, having made their presence certainly felt here in the first half against the New York Giants, who have been a red-hot ball club. Those are the Eagles wearing the green. Again, let us make the point. as they came into the ball game tonight. The New York Giants faced this situation, the St. Louis Cardinals leading the Eastern Division of the National Conference with a record of 7-2-1. The Giants, 6-3 coming into this ball game. They need it, and those are the halftime statistics. The Giants having run off 38 offensive plays against 33 for Philadelphia. The first downs, again, reflecting the number of plays involved. The yards rushing, the yards passing, however, the Giants have a substantial edge, 121 to the Eagles' 42, and the total yards again lying in the favor of the New York Giants over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles will kick off to start the second half of play with a score at halftime, 13-9. In a ball game that was considered going into the game, it was expected to be, I should say, a real brawl, and it's been just that. In the first meeting of the year, the Giants won it by a score of 30-23. They broke on top 23-0. The Eagles came back, but the Giants won it. Here is the kickoff by Mark Mosley. And it goes to Bobby Duhan up on the 13-yard line, and Duhan brings it back to about the 35-yard line. So the Giants will have it first and 10. It was Fred Hill that knocked Duhan from Tulane out of bounds. All right, our ball game is underway. Willie Banks, number 60, is a change in the offensive line for the New York Giants. Willie Young, number 69, is there, and he's played every game for the Giants since he became a New York Giant. The center is Greg Larson. Doug Van Horn is on the right side at guard. Dick Buzzin will be on the right side at tackle. Bob Tucker, number 38, will be the tight end. Fran Tarkenton, the quarterback, with Fredrickson and Johnson set behind him. McNeil to the right. They go to Johnson, and Johnson is gang tackled in the backfield. Back on the 30-yard line, Gary Pettigrew, number 88, and Adrian Young, number 35, were the two Eagles that got him. A loss of 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 14 for the New York Giants. Against the opposition this year, the second quarter has been the toughest quarter for the Philadelphia Eagles. They have given up 92 points, scoring only 39. The third quarter, the Eagles have an edge, 49-47 over the opposition. So let's see what happens here. On second down and 14, Tarkenton will throw. He swings it off to Fredrickson, and Tucker coming upfield is cut down by Adrian Young as he gets to the 40-yard line. They've got to go just beyond the 44 to get the first down. So it's going to be third down and a very long 4 yards for New York. We are in the third quarter of play. Tucker Fredrickson has caught 5 passes in the game tonight for 71 yards. Ron Johnson in the first half picked up only 13 yards rushing. So when the Philadelphia Eagles said they were going to double team him, they meant exactly what they were saying. Tarkenton gives to Johnson. He is cracked down at the line of scrimmage. Gary Pettigrew, number 88, cut his feet out from under him as he advanced the ball to the 41-yard line. The Giants are going to have to kick it away on third down at about 4. Number 83 coming off the field is Don Holtz, the defensive left tackle who works alongside Gary Pettigrew. The defensive left end is Ernie Callaway and Mel Tom at the right side. The Giants' Bill Young is in the ball game to punt. Billy Wallach, number 9, is the man the Eagles like to have return the ball. Bill Johnson left puts it. It's a low kick. It is very short. It is bouncing downfield, and it is taken by Ben Hawkins, and Ben almost broke it out of there. He almost slipped out of the huddle and got away with it, but he was tripped up, and it'll be Philadelphia's ball, first and 10 at their own 33. Time is out here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. The score, as you see, the Giants 13, the Eagles 9.
Now, a new stunted Town & Country winter tire you can put on all 4 wheels of your car to really improve your stopping ability on ice. With just 2 new Firestone Town & Country studded tires on the rear, you still stop. And you've stopped a lot quicker than with just 2 ordinary studded winter tires on the rear. Firestone's new asymmetrical Town & Country tire with 112 safety studs, available where laws permit, gives us more reasons than ever to say you go through ice, mud, or snow, or we pay the toll.
If anybody tells you that ordinary snow tires are as good as Firestone's new asymmetrical Town and Countries, tell him he's all wet.
Look for the new asymmetrical Town and Country winter tire from Firestone, the mileage specialist.
We're in the third quarter of play. The statistical story on Norm Snead, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, as the Eagles come up. First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line. They trail by 4. Giants lead 13-9. And Norm back to pass. He has plenty of time. His pass is caught by Hawkins wide open at midfield. And Ben takes it down to the Giants' 42-yard line before Matt Hazeltine, number 64, brings him down. The temperature now well under 30 degrees. The expected low tonight in Philadelphia, down around 20 degrees, and it is heading there in a hurry. Let's call it the 41-yard line. The ball is marked just outside the 41. Number 29 is Harold Jackson, the quick wide receiver for the Eagles. Ben Hawkins is wide to the right, Jackson to the left. Pender and Bogus set behind Snead, and that's Bogus. And Bogus, he is cut down by Fred Dyer, number 89.
Here's a shot of Freddie Dyer, number 89, as he comes from this defensive right end position. Actually, this play is going up into the middle. You'll see him take an inside move, and he comes across to stop this play for basically no gain. The pursuit, the quickness, and actually the strength and agility of Dyer is going to be a great asset for the Giant defense for many years to come.
It'll be second down and 9, Philadelphia, New York 40-yard line. Charlie Harper out of the lineup. Here's the pass over the middle. Hawkins is wide open. Then Hawkins is down to the 13-yard line. First down, Philadelphia. Ralph Peck made the tackle for the Giants.
I'll tell you, there's a pretty big hole in that middle, and that's where Hawkins was a while ago when he caught that play. He came in from the inside on kind of a turn-in pattern, and it seems the defensive backs for the Giants are kind of laying back a little bit. Maybe they respect Hawkins' speed a little bit too much, because if you give him that shot in the middle, he can shake them loose in a hurry and can open this thing up. They're in great field position right now.
The catch by the 5-year veteran from Arizona State takes the ball down to the New York 13. First down and 10, Philadelphia. Snead gives it to Bogus. And the big kid from Louisville is down to the 10-yard line before Jim Kanicki, number 73, puts him away.
People have asked me, Keith, many times, why is it, and this is when I played for the Cowboys, why is it you guys look so good between the 20s? And I guess I'll maybe in my own defense, but in defense of all offensive teams, when you get inside the 20, you don't have nearly as much room to work against. And, you've got an end zone boundary to work against, and you can't do nearly as many things as you can out in the middle of the field. So this is some tough yardage down here.
Jackson is wide to the left side. Norm Snead at the 10-yard line on second down and 7. Gives it to Cyril Pender. And Pender is grabbed by number 75, Jerry Shea, as he tries to slide away. He worked his way down close to the 7. Jerry Shea is really not his name. He changed his name. It was a Polish name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But he changed his name legally to Jerry Shea, and I'm sure glad he did.
I'm sure glad you didn't ask me to try to pronounce it.
Ball is on the 7-yard line. It is third down and 4. At the Giants 7. Giants are leading 13-9. There goes Bogus. Oh, look at him power it. He's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go for Philadelphia at the Giant 2.
All right, now this Bogus we were talking about earlier. Now, he's got the good speed. He's got the good size. This is a power play off the right side of the line. You just follow it on your camera there. Now, actually, this is just great power running, zone blocking by his line. Bob Lertzema and Tom Longo, number 44 for the Giants, are the ones that finally made the stop on him. Power running to the right side of the offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles. First down and goal to go.
The annual brawl between the Giants and the Eagles at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. It's about 26 degrees. First and goal to go from the 2. Bogus. He doesn't get much.
That was the same play they tried the play before. And the Giants are no dummies. They were looking for it. Scott Eaton came up in there and made a good play, number 20. Joe Green, number 33, was also in on that play.
Very little gain on the play. The ball is still about the 2-yard line. As Coach Jerry Williams pacing the sideline. Good reason for him wearing that hat tonight, I'll tell you right now. He hadn't got much hair left up there. Second down and goal to go from the 2. Burgess. Oh, did he get ripped by Files?
Now, we saw Files in a preseason game against Pittsburgh, and this was early in the season. Files didn't really have a good feel for this thing, but they've been telling me all week. They said this Files is knowing where he's going, so you'll see him there, number 58, and he's following that play along. It's one thing to follow the play. It's something else to do something about it when you get there, and that's meeting it head on. That's a man for man, and I'm going to give that decision to Files.
So the Big Okie 1-1. It is down on the 1-yard line. Third down and goal to go. The Eagles would like to have 6. They got to get it right here. Snead, touchdown. And Fred Hill, the tight end, caught it. They go 10 yards. The 10 plays, 61 yards for the touchdown.
One of the most effective plays, in my opinion, that you can have on the goal line is when you have an option to run or throw. It puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense. You saw Norman Snead that time fake to his running back. They have to protect against the run. It came up, the receiver was wide open.
So Fred Hill from Southern California gets the touchdown, and here's the point after try by Mark Mosley. Penalty flags are on the field. The kick is up. It is. And we've got some extracurricular activity on the field right now.
Which what make it a physical game.
At 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third quarter, Lerchema got into a beef with a couple of Eagles, and they break it up.
Ain't no business like show business.
The Eagles march it 61 yards and 10 plays for the touchdown. And the indication by the referee Jack Best, offside against the Giants. Personal foul against Philadelphia. So we'll do it again. All those fellows who've come to the hand warmer on the sideline now got to go back.
Very seldom that you see 2 blocked extra points in one ball game, but if they were to block this one, this really would make a big point because they're now ahead 15-13. If they do kick their extra point, it'll put them a field goal in front. So let's see what happens.
Nobody was banished from the game as a result of that brief altercation. Here's the try again by Mosley. This time he drills it. There are no penalty flags. NFL Monday Night Football from Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We'll continue in a moment. Our score now, the Philadelphia Eagles 16 and the New York Giants 13.
This is Ford's Maverick, the simple machine. Simple to own, drive, and service. And this is one of the strongest, quietest Fords ever built, the 1971 Ford LTD. But small cars aren't big enough for some people, and others don't need a large car. So Ford has something right in the middle you should know about. Torino. If you like small car prices and the sportier way small cars handle, but you don't want to give up the smoother ride of a big car or room for 6, remember, Ford's got something right in the middle. Torino. And you can take your choice of sedans, wagons, sports roofs, hardtops, even a convertible. When you want some of the things from a small car and some of the things from a big car, you want something right in the middle. Torino. All 14 models are available at your Ford dealers now. Ford gives you better ideas.
Number 3, Mark Mosley, the pride of Stephen F. Austin State, will tee it up and deep for the Giants. Les Shy and Bobby Duhan. The Eagles leading by 3, 16-13. The kick goes to Les Shy at the 6-yard line. There's a little feeling down there. Penalty flag is down, and I'll tell you the tempers are popping loose.
Oh, it makes it a fun game.
It was Bill Hobbs who laid it to him at the sideline.
Les Shaw, number 25 for the Giants, used to be the Cowboys. And one time I came in the huddle, I said, Les, what do you want to run? He says, baby, you call it and I'll run it. Here's a shot of the touchdown that we saw a while ago. You saw Norman Snead fake into the middle of the line. Actually, he gets tripped up a little bit there by, I don't know, one of his offensive linemen. But you also saw Hill, Fred Hill, number 86, wide open behind Scott Eaton. Now, you can't really fault Scott that much because he's also got to protect for the outside run.
The personal foul penalty goes against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants have the ball at their own 39-yard line. First down. Ron Johnson. And Ron gets it up to the 44-yard line before he is drilled back by Tim Rosovich. The Giants, trailing by 3, have to win it because if they lose it, they'll drop behind the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals with a tie yesterday. A victory by the Giants tonight could pull them within a half game or keep them within a half game. So it is a must-win posture for the New York Giants. The Giants facing a rough schedule ahead. Ron Johnson's picked up only 14 yards tonight in 12 carries. Here he goes. He had a little daylight this time before Adrian Young runs him down as he reaches Philadelphia country at the 49-yard line.
You'll see Ron Johnson coming out of the I formation, the stack in the backfield. Number 24 is Tucker Fredrickson as he throws a block on the defensive tackle. Johnson cuts in behind that block on the end, comes to the outside. Rosovich, number 82, misses him slightly there. He comes back across. You got Adrian Young, number 35, as he comes back across. Number 99, Mel Tom, put the finishing touches on him. Sweep play off the eye.
5 minutes and 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Eagles 16, Giants 13. First down, New York. Philadelphia 49. Tarkenton dumps it, intended for Fredrickson. Incomplete, too short. And it's perhaps a good thing for the preservation of Tucker Fredrickson because there were 5 green shirts waiting for it.
And Gary Pettigrew, number 88, was the man that led that charge in there. And this is a difficult pass for a quarterback to throw. As he rolls to his left, you can't really get your body in the proper position to follow through. Of course, it was a very sharp pass that he was throwing there, but he did get great pressure from the middle of the Eagle line, and Francis just couldn't quite get that one off in time.
There's Alex Webster, the coach of the Giants, wrapped up to his ears. It's that kind of a night in Philadelphia. Second down and 10. Tarkenton's pass. It is thrown to Bob Tucker, the second catch of the night for Tucker. Ron Porter, number 50 from Idaho, right there to get him. The advance of the ball is down to about the 43-yard line. They mark it on the 43. It's going to be third down and 4 yards to go for the New York Giants at the Philadelphia 43. How about this for some entertainment? Glenn Campbell, guest starring with Johnny Cash, Wednesday night at 9, 8 o'clock Central Time on ABC.
Sunday morning sidewalk coming down.
I'll get your guitar just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Third quarter of play, the Eagles leading by 3. Tarkenton wants to throw it over the middle. He's got Tucker. And Bob, who has been a tremendous performer by the New York Giants, is drilled out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It's a New York first down. The Giants now have 12, the Eagles 10.
And as Tarkenton says, anybody from Bloomsburg State can't be all that bad. Bob Tucker.
He was a star with the Pottstown Firebirds.
One of my favorites.
Ball is at the 24-yard line. First down, New York on the Eagles 24. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Eagles by 3. And you know Charlie Winter and the St. Louis Cardinals are watching. Johnson, delay up the middle. 20-yard line. Steve Priest, number 33, hit him hard.
You're talking about Charlie Winter and those St. Louis Cardinals, Keith. There's a lot of folks, and I'm going to have to agree with them. I tell you, last week against the Cowboys, those Cardinals played a good ball game, and
I think I got a little carried away with my reaction toward Dallas. But obviously, they do have a very good football team. They played a good game yesterday against the Kansas City Chiefs, the world champions. So the Cardinals are a fine football team. They're playing good ball this year.
19-degree weather yesterday in Kansas City. That's Fredrickson. He's about the 15-yard line before Ernie Callaway brings him down. Short of the first down, they've got to go inside the 14 to get the first down. It'll be third down and a long cruise. Tucker Fredrickson played his football at Auburn under Shirk Jordan.
He's 27 years old. He's a bachelor. He's good looking. He lives in New York City, number 24 in your program. That can't be all that bad, you know it?
Here now.
Tucker's got it going for him.
Third.
A lot different than it was at Auburn.
You've been to the loveliest village on the plains. Third down and 2. Tarkenton sneaking for it. He may have it. Fran played his football under the shadows of the red clay of Athens, Georgia, University of Georgia.
And again, whenever you're in doubt, call on your power runner. Quarterback's prerogative.
First down, New York, Philadelphia, 13-yard line. Giants have 10 situations on third down, and they were able to get off the hook 4 times. Tarkenton rolling. Callaway forces him to unload. The pass intended for Tucker, incomplete. Defending Nate Ramsey, Philadelphia.
Hey, I'll tell you, Callaway forced him to unload that one. That was some great pressure by Callaway as he came out. Fran was on a rollout pattern. He actually rolled into the strong side, or the strong set of that Philadelphia defense. They had 3 linemen to that side. He rolled out there, and he got some good pressure. I imagine Fran was just happy to get rid of that one.
2 minutes, 5 seconds to play, third quarter. Eagles are leading the Giants by a score of 16-10. You don't think MacArthur Lane, Ernie McMillan, and the rest of the Cardinals are watching this one? Penalty flag. Referee Jack Best. Personal foul, Philadelphia. They nailed the passer.
Told you Francis was lucky to get that one off.
The ball is now down inside the 10. Here's Tarkenton back to throw. Loops it into the end zone, intended for Tucker. It's too long. Ramsey defending. Tucker had no chance at that one.
That was Ernie Callaway that was putting the pressure on there, number 77. Ernie, according to the Eagle players, has really been a fellow that developed very well for them this year. They have a lot of pride in their defense. They rank about 6th or 7th in the total defensive rankings of the National Football League this year. They feel like that they actually should have won more games than they have. They're trying to develop a new style, a new image for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they're going to start with their defense.
Ernie's a 2-year man from Texas Southern. Now ball's on a 7-yard line. Here goes Ron Johnson, and Callaway just missed him. Johnson is finally belted out of bounds, and Rosevich was over there. Well, Callaway almost nailed him back on about the 13.
All right, you look and see, here's an I formation that's not set behind the center. It's actually set behind the tackle. And in talking to Tarkenton today, Fran says, one of these guys always have to set behind him. You see Rosevich, number 82, as he comes across to make this tackle. Actually, the Giants were set strong to this side. There's a quick count. They pitched the ball out to Johnson, and Rosevich made the tackle right before he crossed the goal line.
It's on the 1-yard line, third down and goal to go. Penalty flags are down. The Giants have put it in the end zone. Let's wait for the officials and the penalty. It's against Philadelphia. It is declined by New York. The Giants go 60 yards in 9 plays and put a touchdown on the board. We have 1 minute and 48 seconds to play in the third quarter, and the Giants regain the lead.
I don't know whether the viewers could have seen that. I hope they did notice it, but that play that right before that, when in the I formation, the backs were not lined up behind the center. They were lined up behind the guard, which gave them a couple of steps advantage to go around right in.
19-16, Gogolek trying for point number 20 for the New York Giants. It is up, and it is good. And time is out here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. The New York Giants regain the lead. We'll be back for their kickoff as they lead the Philadelphia Eagles by a score of 20-16.
Razor blade shimmy. You can't see it happen on your face, so I'll show you what it's like in this bar of soap. Double-edged blade shimmy because the razor doesn't hold them very firmly. Band razors don't make shaving any smoother. They have a shimmy all their own. Fortunately, there's the Schick injector system with a razor that locks the blade in this tight. That controls the shimmy, so you shave your whiskers much smoother, more evenly. The Schick injector system. Try it.
Men who build with power tools need power tools that can take it. Black & Decker power tools, grinders for steel, hammers for big jobs in concrete, screwdrivers that fasten fast. Black & Decker power tools, built to stay on the job long after the shine wears off.
The New York Giants have just driven 60 yards to take the lead. We have a minute and 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Giants leading by 4 over the Philadelphia Eagles, 20-16. The Giants will kick it away. Pete Gogolek, number 3, will tee it up. Billy Wallach, who is the leading kickoff return man for Philadelphia, number 9 on your right. Al Nelson back there with him. He has run 3 back tonight for an average of 34 yards. He almost broke one big one. Here's Gogolek's kick. It goes right to Wallach at the 9-yard line. Ernie Coy slowed him down. The white shirts get him at the New York 46-yard line.
Hey, let's watch it again. Here's old Wallach again. I think I'd try to kick to somebody else. He takes this kick. And again, he just tries to follow his block, and he moves to his left side. They have a left return on. I think John Baker's the man that actually finally makes the tackle, number 72 for the Giants, but you can see him following his blocking very well there. And they come in actually as the host of the Giants that get him. That's a pretty good return.
45 yards, that's what it is.
Ain't bad.
Norm Snead quarterbacking the Philadelphia Eagles at the Giant 46, first down. Snead has it. He gets it away. Kanicki on the pressure. Ben Hawkins at the 24. And Ben takes it. Oh, he fumbles. The Eagles have the football.
Wow. We got Hawkins coming back here. I hope we can pick up this whole play for you. Hawkins, number 18, as he comes out of the backfield. He's just running an out pattern. Snead rolls. They roll up. Hawkins comes in behind him. There's a big hole in there. I don't know whose man he was. You see Spider Lockhart and Files, number 58, as they come in. He loses the ball. It's picked up, I believe, by number 29, Harold Jackson. And there's the Eagles regain or maintain possession of that football on about the 17 or 18-yard line.
Hawkins carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. He lost it, but you're right. It was Harold Jackson. First down, Philadelphia. Giants, 13-yard line. And again, a hello to St. Louis at Cyril Pinder. Left side, no room. Penalty flags are down. It looks like it may go against the Giants. The Giants may have been offside. Let's wait and see.
He's kind of going back and forth, hasn't it, Keith? There's going from up one side down to the other. The Giants are now got the pressure on them. They've got to hold them back. They're 4 points out in the lead. If they could force them into a field goal situation, it would certainly help their cause. But they have a first down now.
First down. 5 yards to go from the 8-yard line at the Giant 8. Philadelphia's ball. First down and 5. Giants have 8 men up on the line. Pinder, big hole! He's inside the 5, and then he really takes some pads. Matt Hazeltine, number 64, led the tacklers along with Willie Williams for the Giants.
I was right along with you, Keith. I thought there was a big hole over the left side of the line, but Hazeltine did a fine job of coming back in and closing up what appeared to be a big hole. They picked up a couple of yards, or 2 or 3 yards, and we changed the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. Our score after 3 at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. The Giants 20, the Eagles 16. Here we go to the final quarter of play. The New York Giants have a 4-point lead over the Philadelphia Eagles with more than 59,000 people literally standing on one of the coldest nights we've run into this year. It is second down and a yard to go for a first down for the Eagles. The ball is just inside the 4-yard line, and that country belongs to the New York Giants. Let's see what happens. Second down. Snead, Pinder. Oh, he's at the goal line, but he didn't make it. Joe Green, number 33, gets all the credit for stopping him just short of the goal line. But it's going to be first down and goal to go, Philadelphia. The ball is no more than 10 inches away from the goal line, and there's the crowd. I said at the outset of the program that the Philadelphia Eagles, while they have been losing, this ball club has never lost its enthusiasm, and they knew more than anybody they had nothing to lose in this game. Snead, penalty flag. Snead did not score. Offside, Giants. Oh, there's a little feeling down there among the white shirts.
Mr. Toles, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, pointed out Saturday night. He says, this is the one thing I'm very proud of, Keith, to comment on what you said. He says, we have never lost interest, and he is very proud of his head coach. And he's also very proud of Jerry Williams, the head coach. He's also very proud of his players. He said, we've hung in here, we've had a hard season, but we've got a good ball club, and we're going to get it going.
It's a credit to Jerry. He never once said anything bad about his ball club. He just did everything he could to keep them up, and they have stayed up. Snead, penalty flags again. He is in the end zone, but the penalty flags are down. It's against the Giants. It is a touchdown, Philadelphia.
Somebody must have been lining up offside.
Well, these ball games have historically been a neighborhood brawl, and that's exactly what we have tonight.
As that power runner of the Philadelphia Eagles, number 16, Norm Snead.
Well, they say he's slow. They say he's slow to get back. He's slow to release. He's been around too long. Well, you judge for yourself. George Flanders still my hero. 4 plays, 46 yards for the touchdown. Here's Mark Mosley. It's good. NFL Monday Night Football from Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the score in the fourth quarter is now the Philadelphia Eagles 23, the New York Giants 20.
Like to look racy? Put some romance in your life? And save money, too? Hit the jackpot. Make yourself a Maverick Grabber, the sporty economy Maverick with hood scoops, optional buckets, and sporty looks. You'll save a lot of money. This year, let all the other sports go for broke. Make yourself a Maverick Grabber. Now, another better idea from Ford. To build a car as quiet as the 71 Ford LTD, you've got to build it strong. We put strong steel guardrails behind the doors. How strong? We're going to lift the entire car by the guardrails alone. Steel guardrails, strong and durable like the rest of the car. Take a quiet break in the 71 LTD or the new Galaxy. Ford gives you better ideas.
There are the deep men for the New York Giants, Ty and Duhan. We are in the fourth quarter. The Eagles kick off. Mosley high, very high, shy. At the 16, he's got a world of room on the sideline. But Tim Rosevich, who has been a super football player defensively tonight, makes the tackle. The ball is up at the 36-yard line. New York, first down and 10 for the Giants. The Eagles are leading 23-20. We have 14 minutes to play in this ball game. And that woke up St. Louis. Grand Tarkenton with Fredrickson and Johnson behind him gives to Johnson. Ron Johnson comes to the 40-yard line. A fumble, and the Eagles recover the ball.
Well, that's going to hurt them.
The man on the ball is Don Brum, number 80.
All right, we'll take a look at this fumble. Watch Ron Johnson, number 30, as he comes out of the backfield. And he was hit pretty good in there. Tim Rosevich, 82, was the fellow that hit him. Brum was the guy that fell on it. A good break for the Eagles.
First down and 10 at the New York 42-yard line. Snead gives to Pender. And Pender drills his way to about the 38-yard line before he is hurled back by Kanicki and Lertzema.
The thing about this Philadelphia crowd, you don't have to worry about them making a reaction. They will make a reaction.
They're going to have a new stadium here in Philadelphia next year for the Phillies and for the Eagles. Call it the 39-yard line. Second down and 7 for the Eagles. This is Pender. Big hole left side. Fumble. New York has it.
Whoa! I tell you, this has been a heck of a ball game.
Tom Longo, number 44, on the ball for the Giants.
And that was a huge hole that was opened up for Pender to run in. I don't know what. Well, of course, we pointed out that it's cold, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, but these guys are sure bouncing that ball around down there tonight.
Cold. I'm teetering on the veritable edge of death. It's 25 degrees. It is New York's ball, first and 10 at the 23-yard line, and Tarkenton sets to pull the trigger for the Giants. Grant will throw. He looks at McNeil. He throws for Clifton. It is incomplete. Al Nelson, a fine defensive job. He was beaten. He came back to spoil the play.
Actually, that ball was a little bit, thrown a little bit behind McNeil on that last play. This was the rollout that we talked about earlier, and Fran took the ball and rolled to his right. He had McNeil, didn't have much sideline to work with, but actually threw it a little bit behind him. Oh, Jerry Williams there is saying, boy, I'm glad he threw it a little bit behind him.
Fran now 12 for 24, 157 yards. 12 minutes. 18 seconds to play in the game. The Eagles leading 23-20. Tarkenton. Mel Tom missed him. Pettigrew makes him unloaded. He gets rid of it to Don Herman, and Herman is immediately belted out of bounds. And there is, I think, a loss on the play. Fran looks like he's a little hot after the play. Herman, number 85, was the safety valve on it. Alex Webster, all hunched up on a cold night. I can understand why. The ball is just inside the 20, call it the 19-yard line. The Giants have been on a third down hook 11 times tonight. They have scrambled off of it 4 times. Third down and 13. Tarkenton looking, throws. Caught by McNeil. And Clifton is plowed under up around the 33.
I think they made their first down. You'll see Clifton McNeil again come in on a turn-in route. I'd like to point out here, I think Tarkenton did a great job. He stayed in the pocket and put that one right in the hole there. He had Steve Priest actually was the guy that made the final tackle on McNeil, number 33.
Clifton leaves the game. He's hurt on the sidelines. How bad, we don't know. The ball is up near the, well, call it the 34-yard line. First down, Giants. Tarkenton back. He loops one for Johnson. Ron drops it. Oh, my. Well, I got to say this in behalf of Ron Johnson. Ron Porter did a fine job, the linebacker, dropping back with him.
Well, Porter was only man-to-man. You see Johnson coming out of the backfield. Actually, they had a middle linebacker blitz. Rosovich came in on Tarkenton, and he didn't have much time to throw that when he looped it up. I'm sure the ball was possibly, I guess his view was obstructed there, but he just dropped it. Ray Jones, number 21, was the man that was back in there, too, along with Porter. Porter's the linebacker that always lines up on the strong side, or the side that the tight end, X-end, lines up to, and they leave Adrian Young on the weak side.
11:20 to play in the ball game. The Eagles are leading 23-20. Tarkenton's pass. McNeil, incomplete. Hit his arms right on the letters, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Now, you got to catch those, man. That's the kind you got to have for that first down play. Now, I'm sure the folks at Minucci's, a real giant stronghold in New York, had a bunch of moans and groans on that one because they needed that for a first down.
There's Denny Crane of the Giants. Well, it's a go-go situation for the Giants. 11:15 to play in the ball game. They're down by 3. It is third down and 10. New York from their own 34-yard line. Herman wide to the right. McNeil to the left. That's Fredrickson. Porter got him. Just short of the first down. Porter at the 42-yard line brings Tucker Fredrickson down. The Giants will come up on a 4th down and 2.
That's a gutsy call by Tarkenton that came up about 2 yards short. You got 10 yards to go. You really don't look for a draw play. Only occasionally you look for the man to go to the air, but he did call it as a draw, and it was open for 8 yards, and unfortunately he needed 10.
There's McNeil walking around, so apparently we'll see Cliff the next time the Giants get the ball. Bill Johnson will punt. Billy Wallach is deep for Philadelphia. Johnson under some pressure, unloads a pretty good kick. It takes a big bounce. Wallach fields it, fumbles it. And Philadelphia has it as Wallach's fumble ruled out of bounds. But there's not much to talk about on field position. It'll be back at about the 14-yard line. Timeout, Franklin Field here in Philadelphia. Our score, the Philadelphia Eagles 23, the New York Giants 20.
Now from Firestone, a new studded asymmetrical town and country winter tire you can put on all 4 wheels to really improve your stopping ability on ice. With just 2 asymmetrical town and country studded tires on the rear, you still stop. And you've stopped a lot quicker than you can with just 2 ordinary studded winter tires on the rear. Look for the new asymmetrical winter tire at your Firestone store or participating dealer, the mileage specialist.
One Schick Super Chromium blade just shaved these 17 international airline pilots. Captain Uttridge, did you shave this morning with a Schick Super Chromium blade?
Yes, I did.
Captain Landon?
I had shaved number 17, and it was very comfortable and remarkably smooth.
Could the blade in your razor deliver 17 comfortable shaves? Schick Chronochrome, the Super Chromium blade. Comfortable? You've got to feel it to believe it.
We're in the 4th quarter of play. The Philadelphia Eagles are leading 23-20. They have the football, first down and 10 on their own 14-yard line. The Giants getting a little desperate as time becomes a factor. That's Bogus. At the 13, he runs into a white shirt that really puts him down. That's Ralph Peck, number 55. Coming up Thursday, ABC Sports. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. The Cougars from Houston, the Seminoles from Florida State, Bill Yeoman and Bill Peterson from Tampa, Florida. Immediately following at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 out front. An in-depth study of the 4 greatest college football players of the past decade on ABC. Snead pitches to Bogus. The Eagles would like to run out the clock, and boy, you can hear the whacking who really busted. Jim Files hit him. Rosie Brown, the defensive coach for the Giants.
Imagine old Rosie liked that move by Files on that last play. You see Bogus come out of the backfield. It's a quick pitch to Bogus as he comes off his left tackle. Files, number 58, you'll see come into your screen. A great head-on tackle. And I'll tell you, this Files is some kind of football player.
Bogus is 15 for 31 yards in the ball game tonight. Rosie Brown, the offensive line coach for the Giants. The Giants bench is really up right now. It is 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Philadelphia. Snead throws over the middle of Bogus. He's got a first down up at the 30-yard line. Ralph Heck made the tackle. And again, hello, St. Louis.
Don't forget Dallas.
And Dallas.
Just hello out there in TV land.
First downs are even, 15 and 15. The Cardinals 7-2-1.
You know, Snead's probably been criticized more for not utilizing backs than anything else. And the top passers in the league this year are sure throwing to their backs.
First down at 10, Philadelphia from their own 30. That's Cyril Pender. He's up to about the 34-yard line before Jim Files leads the tacklers for New York.
I think that was Otto Brown, number 21, also is coming over there in the cornerback. Otto is a real good, rugged fella, ex-Dallas Cowboy player, and very aggressive. He's a guy that really does like to hit.
The Eagles want to run out the clock, use as much time as possible. The clock is running. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the football game. Philadelphia leading 23-20, 59,117. Watching 7 minutes, I should say, and 10 seconds. That's Bogus. And he's cut down at the 35-yard line by Willie Williams.
That's a real good play by Williams. He came in actually from behind the block there and stopped that play. That one, if he could have gotten inside of Williams, could have gone for a pretty good gain.
It's 3rd down and a long 4 for Philadelphia. Norm Snead now will try to get off the hook on 3rd down. He'll try to get one more series out of it. We come now 7 minutes to play in the ball game. The Eagles lead by 3. It's an all-time attendance record for NFL football on the weekend. Penalty flags all over the place. The pass is complete to Hawkins, and Hawkins has a first down. Let's wait for the penalty.
Hawkins.
The indication is against Philadelphia. Let's hold everything and wait to verify it. The Eagles are backing up, and it's obviously against Philadelphia, and obviously the New York Giants will accept it because the play was good for a first down. Jim Vest indicates illegal procedure, Philadelphia. They back it up.
Here it is, actually, it's Hawkins, and it's illegal procedure. Hawkins is getting a little anxious. I guess his number was called back there in the huddle, and he says, "Man, I'm going to get open." Never can get over that chin strap hanging loose. I always try to get as much protection as I could. Of course, I was chicken.
I'm glad you said that.
Well, most everybody else agrees.
Going 3rd down and about 10 yards to go. Norm Snead's 10 out of 15, 152 yards. Going back to throw. He dumps one to Cyril Pender. He's got some blocking. He's up the sideline. He is at the 45-yard line. It's a Philadelphia first down.
Norman Snead said earlier this week, he says, we've got a screen against them. The Giants have developed into a very fine pass rushing defense. He says, I think we can slow it down with some screens. And they've been working on them all a week. That one was successful. They haven't been too successful so far this game, but that one paid off. They got a first down now.
It's just a little bit short of the 45-yard line. Philadelphia's 45. The Eagles have the ball, first down, and we're coming up on 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Pender. Oh, what a tremendous block on the right side of the line. He got that block from number 59 for Philadelphia. Really opened a hole, and old Joe Corolla, who's been around for 9 seasons, laid one on him, too.
We're going to take a look at Files as, again, we point out, Files comes down that line, and for a rookie, he's playing off his block, and he's coming down. He knows where that ball's going, and he did pick it up. They did get a good gain. There's some good blocking there by that offensive line, as you pointed out, Keith, and Files is doing a fine job as a linebacker position for the Giants.
Number 59 is Mike Evans. Pinder, 13 carries, 72 yards tonight. Second down and 2. The ball is at the Giants' 48. Here goes Pinder again. He dives to about the 46, close to the 45. They'll stop the clock for a minute here, and Jack Best, the referee, will call probably the chain gang in. He's looking at it.
In case some of you fans are wondering what's happened to my friend and cohort, Howard Cosell, Howard has been sick this week. He's had a bad cold, and actually he got sick about halftime, and he's going to hopefully be back before this game's over, but Howard's not with us right now in the booth. I sure do miss him. I want you to come back up here, Howard, and talk to us.
It is just inches short of the first down. Oh, they're going to give it to him. The nose of the ball just touching. It couldn't have been more than a half an inch, maybe even less of the ball touching the front stake. And they give it to the Eagles first down. Call it the Giants' 46-yard line, and time. Oh, that precious time.
Time waits for no one.
4 minutes and
endlessly.
4 minutes and 50 seconds. The Eagles have 17 first down. Pinder. Big night for the big kid from Illinois. He is at the 40. And Bob Lurchema drops him for the Giants. There you see the clock. Oh, how the Giants would like to freeze it. Eagles have 23 points. The Giants have 20. It's important to remember that block kick. Otherwise, it'd be 24-20. Oh, how sweet that extra point might be. Second down and 5. Philadelphia at the New York 35. Pinder. When you got a hot hand, you play it all the way, and Pinder is hot. He is down to about the 36-yard line.
He did some high stepping through that middle of the line. He didn't really get that good at blocking, but old Pinder kind of just felt his way along there and did some high stepping and came on in. That again is going to be very close to that first down. They may have picked it up.
A little short. I don't know about a Texan, but I'll tell you right now, an old Georgia boy from Southern California is suffering in this cold weather. It is less than 25. Jerry Williams, who comes from the great Pacific Northwest, he doesn't bother him a bit, especially when his ball club is leading. Third down and inches, Philadelphia at the Giants, 36. Norm Snead gives it to Pinder. He's got a first down. That troubled man is Red Webster, coach of the Giants. The man who made the tackle on that last play is Fred Dreyer, the big second-year man from San Diego State. San Diego State was beaten a couple of nights ago by Long Beach State.
They say the reason is because Fred Dreyer wasn't still with them.
First down, Philadelphia, New York 22. There goes Pinder. He's got a yard. That's all.
He's going to get tired if he keeps running him like that. I bet he switches off this next time and lets somebody else carry it.
Gives Spider Lockhart the tackle on the last play, coming from his secondary position.
Spider Lockhart's the only guy in the league who has skinnier legs than I do.
You say that every week.
I always notice these guys that got skinny legs, I'll guarantee you.
There must be a lot of skinny legs in the
You
league.
don't know how embarrassing it was on picture day to have to go out there with those athletes. I hate to run into those athletes on picture day.
It's too bad I retired. My eligibility was gone before you came.
You got skinny legs?
Yes.
Ah, beautiful.
Second down and 9. Whistle stops it. Timeout. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Timeout at Franklin Field, Philadelphia. Our score: the Eagles 23, the Giants 20.
No two people are exactly alike.
Is there anyone else in the whole human race with your kind of style and your kind of grace, who's got that stance your zap and zing? May not hit, sure can swing. No, there's nobody else quite exactly like you. Nobody else like you. No, there's nobody else exactly like you. Nobody else like you.
Our business is you. We're a life insurance company, the Equitable. And the Equitable agent never forgets that no two people are exactly alike. All his training, all his thinking are shaped around you and your needs. To the Equitable agent, there's nobody else like you.
Nobody else like you.
We have 1 minute and 58 seconds to play in this game. The Philadelphia Eagles have 23. The New York Giants have 20. The Eagles have the ball. Second down and 9. NFL football means competition. Well, you've seen it tonight. A 1-7-1 ball club leading a 6-3 ball club by a score of 23-20. There's the story on Cyril Pinder. He has been a principal figure in the game so far for Philadelphia. Here he goes again. Oh, he got a fine block on the left side. He got a tremendous block from Dick Hart, number 71. And he goes to the 31.
You'll see Cyril Pinder again come out of the backfield on a simple little pitch. Actually, he's getting some good blocking up front. You'll see him come around on the side. There's a fantastic block. Cut down Matt Hazeltine, number 64. Willie Williams, number 41, is the man that makes the tackle, along with Jim Files, number 58. These Giants have got to get the ball back if they want to get back in this ball game. The Eagles are doing a fine job. They've had it for a little bit over 8 minutes. They've had the ball for over 8 minutes.
The ball is on the 31-yard line. It is third down and about 7 for Philadelphia. It's a big play for the Eagles. And contact, penalty flags, whistle stops it.
Well, we've got a little break here. The latest medical report on Howard is that Howard has actually he's had the flu, he's had the cold. He's not in the booth with us anymore. He's gone down. And hope he gets a lot better. We're going to Atlanta next week.
We have 1 minute and 9 seconds to play in the ball game. The penalty was against Philadelphia, as you saw. Third down and 11 yards to go for the Eagles at the Giant 36-yard line, and Snead will pass. His pass is to Pinder. Ralph Hecht's got him at the 29-yard line. It is short of a first down. Coming up Thanksgiving night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Florida State and Houston on ABC. On Saturday, the annual Army-Navy Classic, immediately following USC and Notre Dame. Ball is on the 29-yard line, fourth down for the Philadelphia Eagles. According to the clock, and it should be official, we have 58 seconds to play in the game. The Eagles, 23. The Giants, 20. Timeout right here, Franklin Field, Philadelphia. Our score, you see. Eagles, 23. Giants, 20.
While most of you like the taste of Benson & Hedges 100s, some of you really appreciate the 3, 4, maybe even 5 moments more they give you. Three, 4, maybe even 5 moments more than king size.
There's one beer that stands out. among the hundreds of beers that look alike in their brown and green bottles. That's Miller High Life in its clear, clean bottle. Because Miller makes it right, every glass of Miller High Life is always refreshing, satisfying, and really deep down good. Ask the man for Miller. For well over 115 years, it's been called the champagne of beers.
58 seconds to play in the ball game. 4th down and 4 for Philadelphia. Mark Mosley will tee it up and try for the field goal from the 36-yard line. It is obviously no good. It'll be New York's ball, 1st down and 10 at their own 20. Now, the Eagles lead 23-20. 9 minutes and 17 seconds. The Eagles ran off that clock, Don.
That's unbelievable, Keith. I couldn't tell what he did on that last kick, but it looked like he just hit it real bad.
There's the time remaining in the ball game. Question is, can the Giants pull off another one of those miracle finishes like they did against Washington last week to win 35-33? If they can pull it out, they can move within a half game of the Cardinals. Here's Tarkenton back to throw. Brum is after him. Tarkenton chased out of the pocket. He has a room to run, and Fran will go with it. He is up to the 35-yard line. It's 1st down, New York, and they spin the timeout.
And you know what? That's the first time Tarkenton has run tonight, but he did it at an opportune time. He picked up a 1st down for the Giants. Now he's going over to talk to, I guess, Alex Webster and see what's going on from up in the press box. The Eagles have done a fine job of containing the New York defense fairly well tonight, but they find out if they're doing anything different, I suppose. They've got some extra backs in there. They're trying to protect against the long pass, which is quite common in this situation. The time is running out. But that's a pretty good man to have the ball right there.
Yes, it is.
Old Francis.
Our spotter tonight has been Bill Jackson. Our statistics by Arthur Friedman. The St. Louis Cardinals, 7-2-1. The New York Giants, 6-3, coming into this game. It'll be a big, big moment. As a matter of fact, the next 37 seconds are going to be mighty big for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1st down, Giants, 34. Tarkenton. They run him out of the pocket again. He's got to run with it. He heads for the sidelines. He's got it at the 40. There's the time. You never really think about time until you get down to this point of a ball game, but 35 seconds, it seems so small when you're behind by 3. But remember, Pete Gogolak, he can hit it from outside.
Time is like that sweet bird of youth. If we don't watch it, it'll rapidly fly away from us. You know, the Eagles are actually only rushing 3 men. They've got 8 guys back into a potentially pass protection type defense, so they are expecting the Giants to throw, obviously. And I would imagine Fran will try to hit those holes if he can find some.
He's going for McNeil. Cook's got it. Out of bounds. Incomplete. No good.
All right, here we go from a slow motion position. You can see McNeil come off. He's getting some interference there at the line by Nate Ramsey, number 24. He's coming in behind him. He's got number 26, Al Nelson, back. He's going to the outside. The ball is thrown. Francis is leading him. And he is out of bounds.
The ball is on the 40-yard line. As we go back to live action, we have 27 seconds to play. It is 3rd down and 4 for the Giants. Here's the pitch to Fredrickson. Tucker's got a 1st down, and he is out of bounds right about midfield. Al Nelson came up, number 26, to belt him out. Bill Bradley, number 28, is now in the game in the secondary for Philadelphia, and that is all there is left in the ball game.
You know, Bill Bradley played down at the University of Texas, and his roommate up here is Hobbs, who played at Texas A&M, and the Aggies and the Longhorns always have a pretty good battle together. That's kind of a transition, having an Aggie and a Texas Longhorn rooming together.
It is 1st down, New York at midfield. Second down, or first down, rather. 17 seconds to go. Tarkenton. Pettigrew's after it. The pitch to Fredrickson. Looking for a screen. Penalty flags are down. Fredrickson's at the 40, and he is knocked out of bounds. Oh, he did not get out of bounds. They stopped the clock, however, at about 9 seconds to play. I tell you, the roar of the crowd, I think, tells you what the story is on this moment, what brought the penalty flag. The Giants, as we have it, have one timeout left. Now, that may or may not be correct, but it may be very academic, depending on this penalty. There you go. 15 big ones. Oh, you hate to see that, but when there is a scramble, it often happens that ineligible man slips downfield.
Yeah, it happens a lot, Keith, and there's really no way, I don't suppose, to protect against it. The offensive linemen are just trying to do the best they can. They don't really know whether there's a scramble on or not. It does put the Giants in a more difficult situation. The Eagles, as you can see, spread out there. They're certainly trying to protect against any type of a long gain that the Giants might try to pull off. Tarkenton, I'm sure, is aware of this. I doubt if he'll try to go deep. He may try to go across the middle. Let's see what he does.
He's going to run it. Adrian Young is after it. He pitches the ball back. It is fumbled.
Well, what are you going to do?
It is recovered by Philadelphia. The ball game is over. The Eagles have upset the Giants.
And we've got some fisticuffs going on.
Well, it's been that kind of a night as the fans come flooding onto the field here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The final score, the Philadelphia Eagles 23, the New York Giants 20. We will be back in a minute.
Is making a gallon of a low-lead gasoline really as simple as this? Just leaving out most of the lead? No, because your engine might knock. So we're going to add to the natural high-octane ingredients. Now, 9 out of 10 drivers can use it without harmful engine knock. But a clean air gasoline should do more. So we add a double measure of detergent. That reduces exhaust emissions caused by dirty engines, and it does something else. It improves mileage. Now you have a low-lead gasoline, plus a high-octane gasoline, plus a cleaner engine gasoline, plus a better mileage gasoline. Esso Big Plus, priced below most major premiums. The lowest lead, highest octane gasoline for the money. Big Plus. It's not only what we took out, it's what we put in.
Well, I think those statistics right there tell you the story. The St. Louis Cardinals, 7-2-1. The New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys are now tied for second in the Eastern Division of the National Football Conference. And second place is worth something because the second place team with the best record in the National Football Conference and the American Football Conference will get a playoff berth. So keep that in mind as the season wears on. The final score here tonight, the Philadelphia Eagles 23 and the New York Giants 20. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Boone Arling. NFL Monday Night Football is produced and directed by Chet Forte. Co-produced by Jim Feeney and Dennis Lewis. Co-directed by Lou Bopacelli. Our associate director, Lou Frederick. Our technical directors, Bill Morris and Jack Hughes. This Friday afternoon, be sure to watch ABC for exciting pro basketball action. The New York Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks. This NBA special Friday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Next week, NFL Monday Night Football goes to Atlanta, Georgia for the battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. NFL Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern Time. Now this is Keith Jackson along with Don Meredith, Howard Cosell saying so long from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Travel arrangements and promotional considerations for tonight's game furnished by United, the airline that flies 24 of the 26 NFL teams.